With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his squad can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. It's not in burping, leaning ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scant to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and party life and all his strife while forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Thursday the 17th of November 2022. I hope you all enjoyed your Phil-free day off, whatever you ended up doing with it. I hope you had an enjoyable time from Phil's day off on the Wednesday, which is unusual for him of course these days, but that is what it is, not jazz. He had his, appointments to make and all that. I'm not going to waste too much time. I want to get the bingo set up very quickly, and then I want to try and demolish my dinner before DSP starts. My dinner's my bangers and mash tonight, but I need to get the game set up very quickly and get everything set up and sorted. And then in between, obviously waiting for Phil to go live, I'll be fucking stuffing my face with food. So yeah, bangers and mash, or if you're not British and you don't understand what that means, sausage and mashed potato. Hateful slurs. Hateful slurs is the thing we're going to use for today's bingo card. I feel like, no, hang on a second, wait a second. Wasn't the very last game hateful slurs? From the 113 different options on this card, it picked hateful slurs twice in a row. You know what? I'm going to spin that again. I just think that's too much a strange coincidence. I don't want to have the same thing twice in a row. I feel like we should be... This is random as you saw, but that's crazy that 113 different options. Hateful slurs is twice in a row. One more time. Suds is asking about a big member drop off. Not yet, no. Saturday or Sunday. Wow. That's better. Okay. Wow is the thing we're going to use for today's bingo, thing to pick a card. I need a number between 1 and 224. I need a number between 1 and 224. The number must contain the number 3. Technically, Suds is the first one to do it. They actually said 13. As I said 3, I've seen 13 pop up, so Suds wins. I'm picking the 13th bingo card because Suds got there right, and as soon as I said the first number of 3 in it, Suds got it. So there you fucking go. The 13th bingo card will be what we use, and it is the card on the left hand side of the screen for you guys. So, lean in ban, scat talk, fuck, positive and YouTuber jealousy, is what it is, chair creak, ear touch, good news and help, support, wow, snort, literally and throat clearing, clown mode, laughs, you see, content and time, and finally, phone stuff, bills, Twitter, mocks, chat and points at text. Personally, I think bills might be the thing that kills us because it does not mention bills much at all these days because of what Moist Critical did before when he made fun of him. For being a beggar all the time. Bill's only mentioned the word bills twice in November. It is 17th of November now. Bill's only mentioned bills twice in November. Isn't that incredible? So, if Bills does do his intro, I think I'm going to remove it from the card for now. It used to be such a safe one, I know, but the fact of the matter is Phil's trying his absolute fucking best to not appear to be a fucking desperate beggar anymore, and so he tried to avoid saying all the things he used to say, like, two big bills and all that shit, it's fucking crazy. So, yeah. Anyway, let me get the bingo card saved and set up all very quickly and all that jazz, and then I'll put the music up, I'll turn the volume, the microphone off, and I'll stuff my face full of food while we wait for Phil to go properly live. And so yeah, that's the bingo card saved, fucking ready for that. And as you can see, Phil's live and online and awake and all shit. He's 887 members currently so far. And yeah, his big member drop off is not due until Saturday, Sunday. Really Sunday. I think Sunday will be the official one properly, because I think Saturday will still count for him having those members. But essentially over the weekend, Bill is going to see a big drop off in members, so it should be quite interesting indeed. And yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to turn the music up and set the bingo card up very quickly, and I'm going to enjoy my dinner. You guys can enjoy the meerkat music, so I'll catch up with you guys in a wee bit.
How much you're liking the content I'm doing in a given day, how much you can afford to support that content. Can you argue it's a begging model? I mean, I guess.
This dude is a piece of fucking garbage.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
Scumbags and mental cases on the internet still support me. I'm a beggar and I'm a loser and I'm on level 1. That I can't go on a honeymoon with my wife. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I'm on level 1.
I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills. I need this money, I get this money, beg for this money, I want the money. The only time I chill is when I pay my bills. The only time I get to chill is when I spend the bills.
If you are watching his shows and you're paying his bills, you're a fucking loser. You should not support this guy. He had the opportunity to make serious money to entertain you, and he wouldn't do it. But you're gonna still fucking give him $200? You're gonna give him $50 to pay his fucking bills? Nah, you got a job. You keep your money. Fuck that guy.
My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, all right? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. I got all my utilities are due next week. To tomorrow, if I stopped streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big up Skeeter, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive. Like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. All right. Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago, a lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. All right.
Business releasing, and I do still have it.
WWE Champion time.
Go. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go. By eBay. Hell! It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault. Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. For now?
Go. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go. By eBay. Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic? I love it. Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there? I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Kevin's fault.
The topic I want to discuss is depression. Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about when you are not alone. You are not alone.
This bastard is starting early and usual tonight. I'm still eating my fucking dinner. This wanker is actually far earlier than he usually is. The bingo's starting, guys. You know Jill. Tag me and chat, get to my side thing on the card. I'm going to mute myself again because I'm still eating my fucking dinner and I'm not going to fucking make chew noises to the microphone. I'm not Phil. But yeah, good luck, guys. Fingers crossed we get a full house. Here we go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having...
Whoa.
Go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni! Oh, no!
But that's all.
Having fun down here on Level 1. Actually starting up a good 10 minutes earlier than usual today because usually on my day back from break, the podcast ends up being really long. Like, we've got a lot to talk about. Excuse me, as a result of me having yesterday off. And I said, what the hell? Let's hit the ground running. I know if you're here live, there's not that many people on the stream because people are like, hey, you started already? But we're jumping right in. All right. I hope that you guys are excited for today's show because I know I am. All right. So anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Phil here. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. First of all, I hope that you all had a great day off yesterday from my streams. Yesterday was Wednesday. All right. And usually I don't have Wednesday off. Usually it's Thursday. But we mixed it up this week because I had multiple appointments on my day off. As you can probably tell what one of them might have been. Okay? It was definitely needed for the season. I haven't had a haircut since basically the tail end of summer there. So actually getting a nice clean haircut for the holiday season is perfect. It's feeling nice, relaxed today. No giant hair masses and problems there. And it's refreshing, certainly. We do have a lot to talk about today. First of all, obviously the Phil's Day Off segment. I'll tell you everything that I was up to yesterday. But in addition, this week, we've got a full streaming week of 6 days. All right. We've got multiple new releases that I'll be tackling. I'll also be continuing on with other new releases that we've been playing all along, right? I'll be finishing up a game this week. So we've got a great variety of stuff going on this coming week to lead into the Thanksgiving celebration next week when there's going to be not one but two kind of special events. The holiday-themed Ask the King Thanksgiving Day special. And then after that, the marathon, the Black Friday Adpocalypse Spectacular, which we will talk about here on the podcast today because you guys have really submitted a ton of good stuff that I just need a chance to get through and make the playlist of. But man, it's looking like that show is actually going to be really good. All right, so I'm pumped for this coming week. I think what we should actually do, before we get into so much to talk about, because there's a lot to talk about today, I think we should tackle the schedule, because the schedule has changed directly as a result of an announcement that went out yesterday regarding one of the new releases this week, and then you guys voted overnight to determine what we would be doing for this coming week, and you determined you wanted a shifting of order, which I'm totally okay with. It's pretty exciting, actually, so let's talk about that, shall we? Okay, so today, what are we doing on streams? The first stream today is the continuation of God of War Ragnarok, and quite frankly, I'm very happy about this because we left on basically like a big cliffhanger 2 days ago. If you remember, we had beaten the Alfheim dungeon / area of the game. You know, there's some optional content in addition to the story. We beat all of that, and we head back to our base of operations, and Atreus basically has a vision in his sleep. And as this vision is beginning, you realize this is the area that he had been alluded to that he needed to check out. Basically it was the World Serpent had told him, hey, this is where you got to go. So he ends up being there, and then just as the segment was starting, like literally just as we were beginning, I ran out of time. I'm like, damn, this is like a giant, big development in the story, and now we can't continue on with it. How frustrating, right? So today with God of War Ragnarok, we're going to start right in that segment. It's kind of funny because it seems like this part of the game a lot of people are divided on. Some people seem to say this part of the game they really, really liked because it was unique and fun, and others are like, yeah, this sucked. It went on too long. Like, wow. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens today on God of War Ragnarok. I am excited for the advancement. Like I said, after having kind of a cliffhanger ending 2 days ago, I can't wait to jump back in today and see the advancement and see where we go. All right. Now, the big change to the schedule is tonight's late stream. Because, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday on my day off, there was a major announcement from the makers of the Dark Pictures Anthology series. They basically did a big public post, and they said, so we're doing something a little different in regards to the release of our game. Usually, when a new game is coming out, it'll basically hit like midnight, whatever time your local area is. So if you live in the East Coast of the United States, Eastern Standard Time, it's usually like midnight Eastern Standard Time the game will release. Sometimes here on the West Coast, because I lived in Washington State, so we're at Pacific Standard Time, we'll get games at midnight. Sometimes we'll get games earlier because they try to coincide the national release in the United States. So if it comes out 9 p.m. Eastern, excuse me, if it comes out midnight Eastern, then you could play at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So that's kind of what we were all assuming. And so originally with my schedule, I said, well, what we'll do is tonight on the late stream of tonight's, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time stream, we'll do Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. I had just unlocked the 74U gun. We've been using it on Monday night. Man, I went on some crazy kill streaks and was having a great time with this gun. And I was very much looking forward to playing with it more. Couldn't really wait. Like, yeah, this is excellent. I can't wait to play it again. Well, they announced yesterday on my day off, they're doing the release different for The Devil in Me. They're going to do a worldwide release at midnight UTC. And you might say, well, UTC. Okay. UTC. Who uses UTC? We don't here in the United States. I don't think Europe does either. I guess it's supposed to be a universal clock, but I don't actually know what time zone it represents. It's kind of weird. So basically what they did is they released a worldwide calendar.
Considering that a large proportion of Phil's audience is from the United Kingdom, it's a bit ignorant of him to not fucking even look it up. Like London Standard Time, London time essentially, fucking Jesus fucking Christ. Midnight UK or whatever, the fuck is wrong with this fucking moron? So much, there's a decent proportion of his fucking audience that is based in the United Kingdom. And detractors for that matter, yours included.
Of when The Devil in Me will be playable. And it's really weird. It's 4 p.m. here on the west coast of the United States today.
In other words, 8 whole hours behind the United Kingdom, which is midnight UK time, so there you go. This guy is a fucking dense, stupid bastard, man. Fuck me. He is so surprised at that. Wow, time zones. They're a thing. Yeah, they're a fucking thing, you dense bastard.
7 p.m. on the east coast of the United States. Okay? And then other places worldwide different. So if you're in Europe, it's actually the same time as well. Like, it's everyone gets to play it at exactly the same time. All right? So all that being said, basically I looked at the situation. I'm like, well, this is interesting. Maybe I could play it earlier than I had thought. Because I thought if it wasn't coming out to like 9 p.m. my time, there's no way I could play it today. We have to play it all day tomorrow. But now, if it's coming out this much earlier, we have the opportunity to play it on release day relatively quickly right after it's released. And it's a horror game, so playing it on a night stream is kind of cool. All right. So after this information was relayed, I said, let's see what the people want. So right here on DSP Gaming, on the community tab, I posted up a poll for you guys. And the poll was, should I keep the schedule as is and have Modern Warfare 2 on tonight's late stream? All right. Or should we swap? And should we do The Devil in Me tonight? And what we'll do is we're going to push Modern Warfare 2 to Friday night, which it normally would have been. It would have been called Friday Night Firefights, right? But I'd actually shuffled the schedule around this week because of the release of The Devil in Me. So you guys voted, and it was like an almost 70-30 vote. I think it was like 67% or something like that versus only like 30-something%. You guys want to see The Devil in Me tonight, okay? So we are shifting the schedule around for you guys. All right, I'm excited for this. I hope you guys are excited as well. So here's what we're doing, all right? Tonight, 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the premiere of The Devil in Me. Now, my late stream is only 2 hours long, being that these Dark Pictures anthology games are around roughly 7 hours long. 2-hour intro, I honestly don't know how far into it we'll get, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know if we're actually going to get a good tear into the game, or if it's basically just going to kind of be like an intro, and we won't really get to the meat of it yet. I don't know. They're all different. The thing is about the Dark Pictures anthology games, it's an anthology. Every year, the game is completely different. And you don't know if it's going to be supernatural horror, if it's going to be like a mystery, if it's going to be gore. In this case, the Devil in Me looks, at least from surface appearances, it looks like the movie series Saw, where it looks like there's going to be a series of reporters who are trapped inside of like a murder house, right? With all kinds of deadly gadgets and traps set up to kind of kill them. and they need to play a deadly game of survival to try to survive by the end. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess we're going to see, you know, firsthand if that's actually what it is or not, starting tonight. I'm excited for this, okay? Now, these games are only around 7 hours long, typically. Some are longer, like last year, the House of Ashes was like 8, but then there were some, I think it was like, both Man of Medan and, what was the other one? Little Hope. They were a little shorter. They were just under like 7 hours long, okay? So all that being said,
there is one thing that Phil can do that I cannot do. He can click both his fingers, you know, I can click one. I can't click my weak hand. I'm right-handed and I can click my fingers with my right hand. I can't do it in my left hand. I feel suddenly fucking stupid because I can't click both my fucking hands, you know, when I'm clicking my fingers. All of a sudden I feel like a dense motherfucker because Phil can do something I can't, and all of a sudden I just like, oh shit. There's something he can do that I fucking can't. Oh, everyone's got the same fucking kind of thing to say about it. There are gout snaps, there are arthritis. Jesus Christ. But we finally found one, you know, Phil's one talent in life. This is the one thing he's talented at. He can click both fingers.
I want to get through the game, at least my first run, as soon as possible, because with a game like this, you know, it's a horror story. It's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. There's going to be like ongoing questions, cliffhangers and things, and you're going to want to know exactly what's going to happen. This is the kind of game you want to play a major stream of and then wait 3 days to play it again. It's like you're killing the suspense, you see? So with a game like this, I absolutely want to try to beat it as soon as possible. Since we're starting it tonight, here's how the schedule is now going to go. It's going to be a little different. Excuse me. So, God of War, Ragnarok, followed by the premiere of The Devil in Me tonight on the late stream. Okay? Tomorrow, The Devil in Me will be the main gameplay stream. So, 3 hours of The Devil in Me on tomorrow's main stream. Tomorrow night will be Friday Night Firefights Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer using that 74U assault rifle. It should be pretty good. As you know, I just starting to unlock attachments for it. Excuse me. And I'm already going on kill streaks and already having a great time with it. So I'm looking forward to more of that on Friday night. Okay? Saturday is up in the air, and here's why I say that. Depending on how far we've gotten in The Devil in Me between tonight and tomorrow, that'll determine the order of streams on Saturday. Now, I can absolutely tell you what we're doing Saturday. It's going to be a combination of Sonic Frontiers and The Devil in Me. My goal is to complete The Devil in Me this Saturday. All right? But the question is, by the time we hit Saturday, how much more is left in the game? And the answer is, I don't know yet. I won't know until we get, we play it, and people, I'm sure, are going to tell me how far I am in and how much is left.
That's a very good point, actually. Lord Odai raised a very good fucking point there. Phil recently, 2 days ago, was saying, didn't he say beating the game as fast as possible ruins the experience? He was ridiculing people who's trying to speedrun God of War as fast as fucking possible. He was ridiculing all these people that are fucking battering away through the game as fast as possible without trying to fucking experience the game itself and enjoy the game for what it is and try and just soak it all in, essentially. He was mocking somebody for such, bragging about completing God of War or whatever shit, And so, there he is, fucking on one hand, bragging about someone trying to fucking beat the game as fast as possible just to fucking get through the goddamn game. And now he's talking about fucking trying to play this game as soon as fucking this other game altogether. He wants to fucking play it as fast as possible, speedrun that shit as much as fucking possible. He's playing it a day early. He changes his whole fucking schedule so he can play it earlier as well. And he's determined to get through that game as fast as possible, his own fucking words. So it's fine for other people to fucking speedrun games, or no even speedrun games, but just fucking, it's fine for other people. For Phil, it's not okay for other people to fucking try and tank their way through fucking games, but for Phil, it is. Double standards here. Extreme double standards from Phil Burnell here. He fucking calls out and mocks, the same thing that he's now fucking doing himself. And it's typical Phil Burnell.
Once we get to, Friday stream. So all that being said, absolutely, I'm excited, but I can't promise you what order the streams will be on Saturday. But there will be progress in both games, all right? And we will be finishing The Devil in Me, the first run that is, as of the end of Saturday. Okay? Fair enough? Then on Sunday, it's going to be more God of War Ragnarok, and that's going to be paired with the conclusion of Gotham Knights, which we absolutely need one more stream to beat. I was hoping maybe we get further than we did the other day. However, the end of the game, they've really kind of ruined with the way they designed it, having you fight so many bosses It's just, it's poorly designed. I already explained about it 2 days ago. I don't want to go into it again on the stream today. I'm just going to get upset that they kind of ruined the end of the game.
Oh, you're so close to saying poorly made. Poorly designed. Come on, just say it's poorly made. It's a classic Phil quote where he kept complaining that games are so poorly made. He tries to avoid saying it anymore. I think he just says poorly designed instead.
But, anyway, that all being said, I'm definitely...
A lot of fucking shout-outs to that being said today. Fucking big ups to that being said. Phil's really fucking promoting the hell out of yous.
Anyway, that all being said, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that over with, so that way we can move on to all new content, okay? Monday, as long as everything goes according to plan, and we don't have anything lingering, and there's no ongoing issues or any unfinished playthroughs, my goal for Monday is to start up Pokemon Scarlet/Violet based on your feedback. And here's what I mean by that. Originally, my plan was that...
No. He's laying the foundations already. If this game does not perform well for him financially, he's going to fucking blame and roast his own audience for fucking suggesting him to play a fucking game that doesn't get great fucking support. He's laying the foundations already that it's the audience to fucking blame if it does not do well for him. That is that he's straight away, right in there, fucking reminding this very audience, hey guys, you guys fucking wanted this, you guys fucking demanded this, I changed my schedule for you fucks, so if you don't fucking support it, it's all cause of you.
This week coming up, we were going to play Evil West. That's what I was interested in doing. I felt didn't really make sense to start playing Pokemon now in the midst of the busy gaming season. But you guys in droves over the last week contacted me and were like, no, this doesn't make sense. We want Pokemon over Evil West. In fact, a lot of people were kind of saying, yeah, Evil West looks good, but...
It wasn't fucking multiple people contacting you in droves. It was just fucking Derek saying the same thing over and over again. You made it, you think it's fucking multiple people, but it's just him fucking repeating the same message over and over again in your fucking chat. Because that's what he fucking does all the time, Phil. He fucking copies and pastes the same shit. At least I assume he copies and pastes. Imagine if Derek actually fucking types every single thing out, every time. Imagine if Derek isn't actually fucking intelligent enough to consider the possibility of copying and pasting, and he just actually types all out manually instead every single fucking time when Phil finally sees the fucking same message. It may happen. It could fucking happen.
You know, Pokemon is a staple playthrough you do, and we really love those chill playthroughs when you do them. And, it would be a little disappointing if we had to wait weeks to months to see you start playing Pokemon. And, someone else had made a really good point as well. They said, last Pokemon game you skipped. And even though it was a remake, you had said you were going to get to it, you never got to it. And so it basically ended up being a skipped game. And then you ended up playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, which was, decent. But it was a shame that you missed, the last more traditional Pokemon game. So basically, after you guys pestering me for a week outright on every stream saying, oh my god, I can't believe he's going to play Evil West and skip Pokemon, I made the decision last week, all right, we'll change it then. Instead of doing Evil West will be the game that I skip for now, and we'll do Pokemon instead. All right, and I'm totally okay with that. I hope you guys, are going to show up and chill with me on those streams and support those streams, because I definitely did the...
There's the first bingo of the game, and of course it's because he's talking about support for something that his fans encouraged him to fucking do and change. The word support comes up when he's fucking talking about Pokemon. He's basically fucking really just, laying it on thick that his audience needs to fucking support this fucking stream because he went out of his fucking way to change his schedule because they fucking demanded he change his fucking schedule. Jasper saying he mocked chat. I don't know, would you count that as him mocking chat? He's laying it on thick that it's fucking up to them to make sure they fucking come and support. Is that a chat mock? I don't know if that's enough to constitute him mocking chat. He's certainly fucking, belittling them. And fucking just making sure they fucking know the law, in Phil's video game land where you must fucking support him because he, demanded, support for this fucking Pokemon stream that's coming up next week. But is that really a fucking... I don't think I can count that. I mean, just because he's fucking basically, laying on a guilt trip early on and laying the foundations for it doesn't mean he's mocking chat. There's a difference between him mocking his chat and him basically trying to bully them into fucking giving him money. They're two very distinct different things. Mocking his chat is because I fucking said something, I suggested something which he outright fucking ridicules. He's not ridiculing them yet, he's threatening them right now, but he's not ridiculing them, he's not mocking them. So I don't think we can count that.
The shift directly because of your feedback. Originally I had the plan to do the other thing. But, I listen to what my viewers tell me, What is Evil West? From what I'm seeing, Evil West is a combination action game where it combines supernatural horror, like ghosts and demons and monsters, with the Wild West gameplay. Like, it's almost like a Western horror game. But I don't think it's survival horror. I think it's more action-based. Anyway, so there you go. That's what's going on this week. Now, Tuesday is kind of up in the air, because on Tuesday we could do a second dose of Pokemon. Oh, by the way, let me get back to this. Now I've completely derailed myself. Let's try this again. Today, God of War Ragnarok and The Devil in Me premiering. Tomorrow, The Devil in Me and Modern Warfare.
He completely derailed himself, so he fucking restarted the fucking whole schedule. Get the fuck.
For 2 multiplayer. Saturday, a combination of The Devil in Me and Sonic Frontiers. I just don't know what order we're doing them yet. Okay? Sunday, God of War Ragnarok and the conclusion of Gotham Knights. Monday, the premiere of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and no stream on Monday night. None. Why is there no stream on Monday night? Because I need the opportunity to sit down and film the private react videos for patrons this month. We are more than halfway through the month, and I haven't had a single moment to do this, because as you know,
you didn't have a single fucking moment. You had time for a fucking 3-hour haircut, which looks fucking terrible, Phil. You claim you don't have fucking time to fucking do this shit, and then you fucking tell people about fucking spending 3 to 4 hours watching a random YouTuber play God of War. Bullshit, you don't have a fucking single goddamn moment. You have the fucking moments, you just choose not to fucking take them and utilise them to your fucking advantage. Therefore you're fucking hindering yourself, you're fucking cutting your own fucking ankles off because you're choosing to fucking sacrifice a whole fucking stream so you can do what you're fucking meant to be fucking doing what you're fucking paid to do. You could have fucking had it both ways, so you could have doubled it. You could have fucking managed to fucking do those fucking little Patreon react videos, and you know, and it probably wouldn't even be that fucking bad. It's not as if you're fucking being asked to react to anything fucking terrible. Usually you wouldn't even fucking, you make sure it's something you want to fucking react to. So you're willingly fucking making sure that the content you're reacting to for these Patreon videos are something that you think is worth fucking reacting to. They're paying you $50 to fucking make sure you react to something that you actually think is okay to react to. It's not fucking making you go your goddamn way or anything. You fucking say, okay, I don't mind reacting to this, so it's interesting or whatever. You've already been given the fucking money to do this shit. It's your own goddamn fault you have to take Monday night off, Phil. You had so much fucking time and opportunities to fucking do it already, either after a stream or something. An extra fucking 30 minutes after a stream's finished. While the fucking uploads are being babysat, you can just fucking turn to fucking, you know, record. You obviously don't fucking stream your fucking goddamn Patreon react videos, you just hit record on OBS instead. And you get all set up that way and shit, and it's simple. It's a fucking simple fucking process that you choose to fucking ignore. This is such a lazy bastard, man. Such a lazy bastard.
Non-stop new releases all month long, and I need to take the opportunity to do this, especially because we've got 2 days coming up that are not gameplay days because it's holiday events and stuff. I have to do this, alright? So, Monday night, no stream at all, okay? Sorry about that. Tuesday will be a full streaming day, double streaming day. What are we doing on Tuesday? It really is undetermined at this point. Like, we could do a combination of anything. We could do more Pokemon. We could do more Sonic Frontiers. We could do more God of War. Or we could do Modern Warfare 2. Basically, the way I see it, it's wide open, right? Once we finish... Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mancher Super Chat. He says his hair is a lot darker today. He absolutely dyes it when he gets a haircut. See, anytime Phil's been asked whether he dyes his hair, he always says no. But I think that could be Phil's Samagni or Pigmantics at work here. Phil will claim that he is not the one that dyes it. It's his hairdresser. The hairdresser is the one that colours his hair for him. So anytime you ask Phil if he fucking dyes his hair, he's always saying, no, I don't dye my hair. Which is strictly true, because he is not the one that's responsible for fucking doing it to his own hair. It's someone that actually knows what they're fucking doing, aka a fucking barber, hairdresser. So yeah, I am firmly of the opinion Phil does actually get his hair coloured, or whatever, because he is definitely self-conscious about the fucking greys, that's for sure. Not so much in his fucking patchy ass terrible goatee, but definitely in his hair. Definitely on that fucking balding fucking, you know, strange shaped head of his. He's definitely fucking, definitely fucking a wee bit, aware of the situation he's addressing there. But I said, anytime Phil gets a haircut, I get the opportunity to play this.
Go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni!
Oh no! anytime Phil gets a haircut, I get to fucking play that, and it's worth having it on my soundboard.
The Devil in Me, as well as Gotham Knights, we have open availability for whatever of those 4 new releases you guys want to see in any particular order on Tuesday. All right? Maybe we'll do a poll, right? And whenever 2 games end up being the top 2 in the poll, maybe those are the 2 that we'll play that day. Okay?
Before we even continue, by the way, we have the fucking... It got me thinking, right? I don't know what the price of a normal fucking haircut is in America land, okay? I'm just some fucking dumbass Scottish person that gets his haircut at a Turkish barber usually. But when I get my haircut, I tend to go for a haircut and a hot towel shave. You know, it's a Turkish barber, might as well make the most of it. And it's a good wee experience. It cost me just over 20 quid. Overall. Also, it's a haircut, you know, they actually give you a proper fucking, you know, shave as well. But if we check here, the criteria here, so two seconds, let me sort this by, what would it be under? H for, health, and, I don't know, where the fuck would it be under? No fucking medical. Needs review, hang on. 2 seconds, I'm trying to find where it would come under. Beauty, here it is, this is what I was fucking looking for here. Hair masters, not shitting gloss curls and twirls. So, the cost of fucking money for Phil getting a haircut is one time it was $35.80. Phil spends over $60 on his haircut. Usually. You can see here by the fucking, you know, the bank weeks it tells you, for most of the fucking time, Phil spends over $60 goddamn dollars on his haircut. Now that can't just be a fucking little buzz cut or some shit, you know, that's not a fucking basic haircut. He is getting more done to it than usual. Now it could also be possible that he and Kat go at the same time to the same place and he pays for both of them. It's very possible. But let's just assume that he's just paying for the one individual thing. So he's getting it coloured. I mean, there's 2 explanations. Either he's fucking paying for his haircut and Kat's haircut at the same time, or he's definitely getting more than just a fucking cut. So that's my fucking take on that shit. Fucking gloss, curls and twirls. Fuck me, man. That's what I'm saying. Why did it only cost this much this one time though? On fucking, you know, the 15th of fucking July 2021. That was bizarre. Did he just not get called that one fucking time or something? I really don't fucking get it. Although it was a week before payday for him, so maybe he just actually couldn't afford to get it coloured or something. Who knows?
Then Wednesday will be my day off for the week. Alright, just so you know. So there's a 6-day streaming week for me this week, which is typical for me. Usually I do 6 straight days. When I come back on Thursday the 24th, it's Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving is a national holiday in the United States. We sit down, we have a nice relaxing day, usually, of food and family. For me on Thanksgiving, usually it's a half day of work, meaning I always do one stream to start the day, and then I usually have the second half of the day where I spend with my family, and that's exactly what I'm doing this year. The first stream on Thursday will be the Ask the King Thanksgiving Special, a Q&A show where I answer your questions directly for the entirety of the live stream. It should be a great time. All right, by the way, if you haven't posted up your questions yet, exclamation point Ask the King in the stream chat brings up the link. If you are a member of this channel, there is a members only thread that I posted last week here on.
That is another bingo because we've got a diagonal line from the top left to the bottom right because he pointed at a text on the fucking screen. So there you fucking go.
On DSP Gaming on the channel community page that you can post up questions, and usually it's members that get the massive priority to take up the vast majority of questions on the show. So please post up your questions if you have not yet. Okay? For the second half of that day, I will be spending time with my family. My wife and I are making...
Hold on a second. Steve the Dead. Steve the Dead's absolutely ranting at Phil there. You're not a fucking family, for fuck's sake. You're a fucking couple. Steve. Your cat. You've got a cat. I've seen your cat. Not in person, you know, but in your videos. Do you not consider your cat family? Goodness sake, I mean, surely not, Steve. You got a kind wee soul to you, pal. I know you consider that cat family. We mock Phil for fucking saying spend time with my family and he includes fucking Jasper in that equation. Yes, we do, but it's one of those things where it's like the cat's part of the fucking family. Same as if it would be a fucking dog or something, or a fucking pet. Pets are part of the family. Yes, Steve the cat, your cat. So Steve confirms his cat is a part of the family because he called it a pain in the arse. Only family could be a pain in the arse to us. There you go. But I'm just saying. It's as dumb as it is for Phil to fucking refer to his household as a fucking family household because it's basically a couple living with a cat. Cats are still family. Pets are still family.
a nice Thanksgiving dinner together, which of course I'll talk about the next day on the Level 1 podcast. Oh yeah. Speaking of the next day, which will be Friday, the 25th, 1 week from tomorrow, that is my marathon event, DSP's Black Friday Ad Apocalypse Spectacular. All day long, marathon event, where I'll be reacting to retro advertisements from the past, things from the distant past. Notably, it'll probably be the 80s, 90s, and first half of the 2000s. But I get the feeling there'll be a few other oddballs thrown in there as well. There's going to be PSAs. There's going to be international advertisements. People are still posting up things, and this is great. The more I get, the better. And what I'm going to do is likely on my day off Wednesday and or for some of my time on Thursday, I'm going to be going through all the ads you guys nominated and making a running playlist so that I have a thing that I can just literally click play on and watch live with you guys together on Black Friday. It should be a really good event. Thanks to anyone who's posted anything so far. By the way, if you haven't posted up yet and you're interested, ! Adpocalypse here in the stream chat. We'll bring up the link for it. And of course, it's just a community post right here again on the DSP Gaming channel. Fair enough? So, excellent. I cannot wait for that. Now, I already talked about this last week briefly. This day, my wife is working. She works retail. I don't want her driving and parking and dealing with all that Black Friday insane shit. It's too risky. It's too dangerous. There's too many nut jobs out there. So actually, she starts working in the morning. I'm going to drive her to work, start my stream at the normal time, but then when she gets out of work, I'm going to take a break, which will be an extended break, likely like an hour, where I go pick her up, and then on the way home, we're going to get some food from some fast food place.
Steve the Dead is asking, what's the point of him doing the fucking retro ad fucking react thing? He's going to watch him in advance again. Yeah, he's definitely watching them in advance so he can make sure. I still watch them in advance so he can add them to his playlist, but what's the point of Phil doing a special event? Money. It's all about the money. So, this is an event that the fans have already paid for because Phil hit an arbitrary, members' fucking total goal. But he's going to double dip and triple dip and quadruple dip if he can and get some more fucking money out of these fucking moronic dentheads that are fucking, for some reason, want to fucking throw money at him. It's like, let's give Phil money so we can watch him react to the things that we submitted for him. We done a lot hard, but we found the things for him to react to. We get to fucking watch Phil watch it on his fucking, channel live, barely react to himself, then turn to a fucking audience and watch them fucking give him money to react to it. It's all about the money for Phil, and it's always going to be about the fucking money for Phil. It really is. I really do hope this fucking event, I mean, I don't usually fucking wish for Phil's fucking events to just fucking belly flop because I don't expect him to, but I would find it funny as fuck if this event didn't do well for Phil. Because he's really expected to have a fucking huge amount of support for this fucking event. He thinks it's one of the best ideas he's ever fucking had. So I'd fucking find it hilarious if it just fucking falls flat in his face.
And that's going to be a live DSP Tries It that I'm going to do right there during the Black Friday Marathon when I get back. So, I need you guys this week. This is the time where I need your help. Please take a look at fast food places. We're talking McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, sandwich places like Jersey Mike's and stuff like that. Taco Bell, Dairy Queen, all those kind of Jack in the Box, all right? All these are fast food places out here. And I need your recommendation. What would be a good one to go to that day on the way home to grab some food and then do a live DSP Tries It? Do any of these places have like a new thing, a new meal, a new item available?
If only Phil had the fucking power to fucking Google this shit himself and see if McDonald's has anything new, if Burger King has anything new, if Chick-fil-A has anything new, if fucking Jersey Mike's has anything new, Five Guys. If only Phil had the fucking power to just Google this shit himself and check for himself whether these places have anything interesting and unique on the menu for him to fucking partake in and try for a special event. He is incredibly fucking... Not only do the fucking fans have to fucking, acquire all the fucking content for his goddamn react, they also have to fucking acquire the information for him to fucking source the fucking food for DSP Tries It. This is incredibly fucking lazy. I mean, I'll say... It's a fucking meme at this fucking point, I know. Not only is Phil the king of big, and not only is he fucking served bigs a lot, but he's also such a lazy piece of shit that he can't fucking come up with anything by himself, and he's just handheld through every single fucking facet in life, even his fucking work life. This thing that he's spent 14 years being an apparent professional for or some shit. 14 years of content creation, and yet he needs fucking his audience to do every single fucking thing for him.
That I could try for DSP Tries It. I'm just curious. Is there anything? Worst case scenario, if nothing has anything good, I could order something for delivery, but the whole point is that we're trying to do a quick DSP tries that's along the way, as opposed to, we're not trying to do like a full-fledged feasting with the king for Black Friday, you see? So, let's see what happens. I would love to hear your recommendations. Please send them to me this week on my streams, and at the end of the week, I'll figure out exactly what I'm doing, so I can plan it out, and then get it all set up for that Friday, okay? Now, after those 2 days, I should still be here 4 more days, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, of full-time streaming. And there you're going to see the balance between God of War Ragnarok, Sonic Frontiers, more Modern Warfare 2, and Pokemon. There'll be a balance between those 4 games for those days, all right? Now, the new games, the next slew of them, are in the first week of December. So, essentially, I will have 1 week to play games before new releases hit. It's pretty insane, isn't it? It's going to be pretty wild. So, it's going to be nuts around here. I'm excited for that. Obviously, the more games, the better. The newer stuff, the better, right? I know you guys are loving the new content. So, excellent. Okay? That's the schedule. All right? Now, before we get to any other odds and ends or anything like that, I guess we're going to do the Phil's Day Off segment. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Phil's Day Off. Yes, Derek, as I said, if you want to post up compilations as nominations for ads, I will definitely accept them. What's going on, Jade? How are you? Good to see many of you joining the stream. Welcome, everyone. So, Phil's Day Off yesterday. As I had told you guys, my day off was going to be very hectic. I had multiple appointments and things I had to do, while still running my normal errands and everything. So basically, I had to get.
You didn't have to get a haircut. I mean, sure, it fucking helps you getting a fucking haircut, but it wasn't a fucking necessity. It wasn't an essential. You treated it like it was some sort of fucking emergency. You had to get done, otherwise you'd fucking die. No, it was not an absolute fucking prerequisite and an absolute, urgent fucking thing that had you get your attention. You could just fucking ignore that shit for now, especially since it was such a fucking busy day for you appointment-wise, and just fucking call it off to goddamn next week. Train is convinced that the only fucking appointment he had was for the goddamn haircut. Might be possible, who knows? Maybe he thinks of the haircut itself as one appointment, and then the fucking colouring of his hair as a separate appointment, even though it's the fucking same, basically having the same fucking time. Maybe he thinks of them as 2 separate appointments. It's like, shit, first I'm going to have to get it cut, and then I have to get it coloured.
Get up early on my day off, which sucks. On your day off, you...
Whoa. He had to get up early on his day off? Seriously?
So basically, I had to get up early on my day off.
Oh no, poor Phil had to fucking see a clock that showed 9:30 in the morning. The clock showed 9:30 AM and Phil's like, no, I don't like it when it's that early. I've never seen a clock this time before. Wow, it exists. Lazy bastard.
Which sucks. On your day off, you usually want to sleep in. I got up early. What are you going to do? Incidentally, the way that the day was laid out, we actually had an early appointment to the point where unless we did, like, for example, unless we ordered food to be delivered for, like, breakfast, there was no way we were going to have time to go out and eat somewhere before we had to go to our first...
I'm sorry, but what? Unless we go out and eat somewhere, so, no. If you wanted to have breakfast, then just make fucking breakfast. You don't fucking... The 2 choices for fucking breakfast in the morning is not either get it delivered or DoorDash it. It's not the only... Or go out to restaurants. That's not your only 2 options. You fucking have like fucking... every single other fucking day, you usually fucking have breakfast in that fucking snort fort. Like, you make it yourself apparently. I had a fucking breakfast muffin. I had a breakfast burrito or whatever pish. All of a sudden, there's only 2 options are go out for breakfast or get it delivered to the snort fort. Black Major just saying he priced it on the Curls and Turls website for the haircuts. Men's haircut is $25 and a semi-permanent colour is $45+. I mean, obviously prices are going up since then. Prices do go up since then. The back leads are quite old, so it's very possible the prices should be a bit cheaper than that. It's also possible, I mean, I'm pretty sure Curls and Turls is the kind of thing where it's like a 2-for-1 kind of thing where they actually did price multiple haircuts at the same time. Who knows? All I know is that something's not adding up with Phil's haircut expenses. So it's not just the fucking cut he's getting, that's for damn sure. There's something more to it.
Breakfast.
So, one more time. Phil fucking explaining his breakfast dilemma.
An early appointment to the point where unless we did, like, for example, unless we ordered food to be delivered for, like, breakfast, there was no way we were going to have time to go out and eat somewhere before we had to go to our first appointment. And we didn't want to be starving. So we actually ordered food the night before for delivery yesterday morning.
What? So, wait. Hold on. Wait. Explain more, Phil.
All right. So we wake up and the food is delivered super early. We're like,
Wait, what? So they placed the order the night before for early. Oh my fucking god! Hang on. Oh my fucking god! No. Sorry, guys. Let's just play it out in all its glory, and then I'll just, because there's more to this, obviously.
Eat somewhere before we had to go to our first appointment.
Yeah, sure.
And we didn't want to be starving.
Well, fuck heaven forbid, Phil, you fucking miss a meal.
So we actually ordered food the night before for delivery yesterday morning. All right. So we wake up and the food is delivered super early. We're like, what? Like, what? This never happens. When you order food from any delivery service, it's usually on time or late. It's very rare when food would show up early. So we got up, we're just getting ready, right? Like, I'm in the bathroom. My wife is getting ready for the day. The food's getting delivered already. We're like, what? We're not even like dressed or anything. So now we're rushing.
Wow. That is such a horrible fucking inconvenience for you, Phil. Imagine getting food delivered to you earlier than you fucking expected. How fucking inconvenient that is for you, Phil. What a fucking incredible fucking problem to have on your day off. That probably ruined the whole entire day off. It fucking made his eating schedule fucking go earlier than usual. Phil had a fucking specific time slot to have breakfast at a certain time of the fucking day. If he had to fucking eat earlier, it's going to throw his whole entire day off. The whole balance of Phil's bowel movement might get thrown off because I had to fucking consume breakfast 20 minutes earlier than usual. This is such a fucking nothing complaint. Holy fucking shit. He really does fucking find the most asinine things to fucking bitch and whine and moan about. It's like, I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
To try to get our food, we ended up getting a couple like scrambles, like breakfast scrambles. My wife got like a veggie one, and I got one that was like some chicken and some veggies and things like that.
So, another quick question, guys. I'm just going to assume, okay, for me, I do sometimes order breakfast as well, sometimes occasionally, just like, a couple of hot breakfast rolls in the morning. But a lot of times they don't open before 9 AM. Well, they don't offer delivery until after 9 AM. So I'm going to have to imagine that Phil got this food over to him after 9 AM. And he's still bitching and whining about, well, we're still getting ready. What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? It's like, this guy is like fucking allergic to fucking 9 AM or some pish. I would love it if Phil fucking disclosed what time he got up for this shit. If it arrived super early, it probably arrived at fucking like 9:30 or some pish in the morning. A reasonable fucking time to get probably one of the first early orders of the day for that fucking place.
With a few pieces of toast, nothing special, just something quick to get protein in us to get us going for the day because we have a big action-packed day of stuff to do. So over the course of the day, in no particular order, obviously, got our hair cut. We had another important appointment. It's private, you don't even know what it was. But, a few of the odds and ends here we were going around doing. All right?
Apparently, so this undisclosed appointment for Phil. I'm still certain. Action-packed day. Like fucking an hour of that is him sitting in his arse getting his hair cut and getting coloured. I still think Phil is going to the fucking doctors or something. For some undisclosed reason. But, fuck it, it's weird. I mean, so it's either Kat's pregnant or Phil's diabetic. One of the two. Either Kat's pregnant, congratulations Cyrone, or Phil's got diabetes. Which was fucking, it wouldn't surprise me in the fucking least.
We wanted to go to one pet store to get stuff for Jasper. That pet store ended up having none of the stuff that he likes, so we ended up having to go to another pet store. Basically, it's stuff you do during the day off. It's nothing too spectacular. But the one thing that stood out for us, first of all, we're very lucky. We have all the food we need for Thanksgiving.
I mean, great. Your mother fucking gave you half of it at least. Thanks to QVC or some pish.
Remember I told you last week about the disaster that my parents had ordered us a bunch of Thanksgiving sides as a gift, and they showed up with the box completely destroyed. One of the sides there with no dry ice, completely melted and disgusting, and then they had to order a replacement for us. Well, the good news is the replacement showed up before we even left for the day, and all of our sides are here. Excellent. We already bought everything else we needed for Thanksgiving, including the turkey, the cranberry sauce, the gravy. We've got everything. The only thing we really need for Thanksgiving is rolls, which we're going to buy next week. So everything else...
I'd like to fucking point out that most of the food was provided by his fucking parents then. The only fucking genuine food thing that Phil described that he fucking provided for himself was a fucking turkey. Everything else he suggested there and fucking said was basically a condiment of sorts. The cranberry sauce and the gravy. Congratulations, Phil, you bought a jar of fucking gravy and a jar of fucking cranberry sauce, as well as some sort of turkey crown. Every single other food item was fucking sent to him, to his fucking door, by his fucking mother via QVC. He's fucking acting like we went to this is some mammoth gargantuan effort that we fucking went through to make sure we got all our stuff ready for fucking Thanksgiving. He sat in his arse for most of it, got most of it delivered to him, and he went and got himself a fucking turkey and some sauce, essentially.
We are good to go for Thanksgiving. We got our sides, everything. It's going to be a great spread next week. Obviously, I'll tell you all about it next week, right? So, we had to basically go grocery shopping yesterday, but we didn't need to do Thanksgiving stuff, which is good, okay? Now, we just so happened to be in a different neighborhood because we were doing all these appointments. So there happened to be a grocery store there. It's the same grocery store chain we go to every week, but it's a different one. It's not the one...
I mean, for people that are genuinely curious as to what fucking grocery store Phil goes to these days, that would maybe be a big fucking clue for where he actually goes to.
From our local neighborhood, it's the one that's further away in another place. We're like, what's the difference? We'll be out. We'll go to this grocery store. We'll do our grocery shopping as usual. We'll have our list with us and everything. And that way we'll do it together. It's nice on a day when we do it together rather than me just doing it by myself, because sometimes my wife has something to add or we see something alternative that we pick. It's nice to do it together. Quite frankly, I'd much rather do arbitrary things like grocery shopping and things with my wife than do them by myself. They're boring to do by myself. They're fun to do with my wife. You see? So, we walk into the grocery store. At first it seems fine. Everything's good. There's nothing wrong with this place. Looks pretty similar to the one we usually go to. So the first thing we do, we go over to a cooler, and this cooler usually has a bunch of meats and things from a company, and they usually, at the one we go to, they have these sausages that are chicken sausages. Now, as you guys know, I have a condition where I have an imbalance in the acid levels in my blood, okay? It's called gout. And because of that, I have to eat as little red meat as possible, all right? Maybe once or twice a week tops, okay? So I eat a lot of chicken. So we go look for chicken alternatives to everything. You know, every possible thing. We try to eat chicken, and sometimes turkey as well. So
why not just like fucking fish? Spice it up, Phil. You know, get some like haddock or cod or whatever, just or fucking anything like that. It's like chicken. Chicken this, chicken that, chicken this. Yeah, I absolutely fucking love Phil's fucking desperation to avoid fucking saying gout outright. He had to fucking explain the medical fucking term first or whatever. I actually want to see it one more time.
Bunch of meats and things from a sausages. Now, as you guys know, I have a condition where I have an imbalance in the acid levels in my blood. Okay, it's called gout.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Kyle Denson for Super Chat. He says, a real Thanksgiving in America is taking the effort to travel to your family and eating a prepared meal, not mailing it like a loner. Yeah, why couldn't fucking Mama and Papa Burnell fucking come through for Thanksgiving themselves? Spend it with their fucking beloved little pig roach of a son and his fucking 600-pound wife and their fucking lovely little declawed cat. Although, let's be honest here, I don't think they would enjoy fucking going all that fucking way to see them and then get fucking shipped off to some fucking random hotel because they're not allowed to fucking stay with their son in the snort fort. The fucking 3-bedroom home, at least, it's at least 3 fucking bedrooms in that fucking snort fort, if not 4. And yet, they couldn't, the last time they were fucking there, they weren't allowed to fucking stay. They had to fucking get their own fucking hotel. And this was before fucking things got broken so much in the fucking house, like fucking busted bathrooms and all that shit. It's more likely they don't want to fucking see their fucking awful son. They fucking just, you know, as long as you fucking give him food, he'll be fucking fine and he won't ask about them.
And because of that, I have to eat as little red meat as possible. All right? Maybe once or twice a week tops. Okay? So I eat a lot of chicken. So we go look for chicken alternatives to everything. You know, every possible thing.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, a proper per super chat. It says, literally 5 minutes ago, he was asking his viewers to find fast food for gout with the king. Now he's scamming over his gout. Yeah, it does seem across. It's just typical fucking double standards from Phil for you. There you go. You can eat red meat, but it's only once or twice a week. So I guess this is going to be a very special occasion when he gets to eat red meat for DSP tries it. Fucking hell, man. It really is unbelievable. I love how he goes between using it as a fucking tool to elicit sympathy to then just fucking forgetting it's a fucking problem. And it's like, instead he's just fucking embracing the fucking unhealthy lifestyle. Well, DSP tries it, yeah! You guys love DSP tries it, yeah, give me more money, yeah, tell me where to fucking go. Fuck me, man. It's unreal.
Thing. We're trying to eat chicken, and sometimes turkey as well. So
Chicken, and sometimes turkey as well, which is basically the same fucking thing, let's be honest. A turkey, if anything, is just a big bastard in chicken. It's like a chicken on steroids, a turkey. It's basically the same fucking thing. Yes, turkey and chicken they do have a... They do taste different essentially. But for fuck's sake, a turkey is just basically fucking, you know, Hulk Hogan chicken. A turkey is Hulk Hogan chicken. Big ass fucking bird on steroids.
So we eat chicken sausage a lot, and there's various different kinds of chicken sausages that they have at different stores. You could get like an Italian style, you could get like a Cajun style, you could get all kinds of sausages.
Oh my, all different styles, Italian style chicken sausage. Oh, there's oh my god, man. Add that to the fucking bingo card. Italian style chicken sausage.
Just so happens that 2 meals that we plan to have this week are going to have 2 different kinds of chicken sausage in it. One's a more Italian style soup, and one is actually a gumbo where we have
Italian style chicken sausage soup. Italian style chicken sausage gumbo.
Chicken andouille sausage in it. Okay? And absolutely incorrect, Jesse. Enjoy your ban. Shut the fuck up. I love it when people come in here and they like know-it-alls. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So
hooray! I don't know what that ban's about, but still, that is him absolutely mocking chat. Also, I said fuck as well, I believe, so there's a couple of things to tick off. He mocked his chat. He said fuck. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yep. Yeah, I think that's just those 2 bingos. Not actual bingos, but 2 things to tick off on the card. I'll just rewind this just to make sure I don't miss anything else.
In it. One's a more Italian style soup, and one is actually a gumbo where we have chicken andouille sausage in it. Okay? And absolutely incorrect, Jesse. Enjoy your ban. Shut the fuck up. I love it when people come in here and they like know-it-alls. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So get out of here. Okay. So
such an aggressive little bitch. I wonder what triggered that. I'm really curious actually. Guys, 2 seconds. Guy called Jason. Give me a second here. We're going to derail slightly, but I want to see what was said there, and I have a method for that. It's called going to raw DDM and borrowing their fucking stream for a second. No, I can't skip back on Phil's chat, sadly, but the chat's live. But I can go to raw DSP. I can go to raw DSP and we can find it ourselves. So here we go. Let me rewind. Not too long. Guy called Jesse in his chat. Let's full screen this shit. Guy called Jesse in his chat. I don't think we're too far fucking, but actually we might be a fucking bit far behind now. Think about it. I don't know how far fucking behind we are. That's the thing. Oh shit! Because I fucking paused. Don't I? Fucking Jesus Christ! I thought that. How far am I behind Phil right now? Holy fucking shit! 26. Jesus fucking Christ! I'm already 26 minutes behind fucking Phil. Hold on. Hold on. Is there a Jesse? Jesus Christ, man. I didn't realise I was so fucking far behind. Is there a Jesse anywhere here? Give me a fucking second here. What's it talking about here?
To be in a different neighborhood because we were doing all these appointments.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Now, as you guys know, I have a condition where I have... Okay. Simple thing. We're trying to eat chicken, and sometimes turkey as well.
So guys, keep an eye on the bottom, right?
So we eat chicken sausage a lot, and there's various different kinds of chicken sausages that they have at different stores. You could get like an Italian style, you could get like a Cajun style, you could get all kinds of sausages, okay? Just so happens that 2 meals that we plan to have this week are going to have 2 different kinds of chicken sausage in it. One's a more Italian-style soup, and one is actually a gumbo, where we have chicken.
Not supposed to... Wow! Jesse wasn't even that fucking mean.
Andouille sausage in it.
Not supposed to eat turkey also, for your information. I'm not sure if that's accurate or not. I'm not a big expert on gout, but that is not... He fucking leaned him for that.
Okay? And absolutely incorrect, Jesse. Enjoy your ban. Shut the fuck up. I love it when people come in here and they like know it all, so they don't know what the fuck.
What in the fuck? I mean, I'm no medical expert, but I mean, whether he's right or wrong, to react like that, sweet Jesus, man, fuck me. Right, I'm going 1.25 speed, guys. We're fuck. I didn't realize I was so fucking far behind, and yeah, we need to catch up.
That being said, my friend, we go into the store. We look in the cooler. It's a mess. Okay, half of the things that should be in this meat cooler are empty. Some of them have fallen over and are just like a big pile at the bottom of the cooler. And as we're looking at this cooler, there's no sausage at all. This is the same cooler that at the other grocery store is fully stocked, nicely kept, and has all the chicken sausages that we usually buy.
I am being informed by my well-educated chat, who have Google as an assistant, of course, or someone doing it, I'm sure. Someone might know anyway. You cannot have turkey if you have gout. Turkey is actually bad for people who suffer from gout due to purine levels, according to Prophet. Basically, the guy was right. Phil thought he was being incorrect. Phil banned him and mocked him for thinking he was wrong, when in fact Phil was the one that is wrong. Unless Phil has a very special kind of fucking gout which allows turkey to be ate, it seems like Phil is actually in the wrong here, and he fucking leaned somebody and banned somebody who was simply just looking out for his own health. Ricky Hakura says examples of meat that gout patients should avoid are bacon, turkey, goose, veal, venison, and organ meats such as liver, kidneys, or sweetbreads. Well, there you fucking go.
And I'm like, what's going on? This is weird. It's the same store. This would be like, going to Burger King and then going to a different Burger King and they don't have the Whopper. We just don't have it here. Why? You're supposed to have it, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay?
Lil Shadow EX is asking, when am I going to be on That Being Said? I've been on the show twice, pal. I mean, I was on as a guest before, like individually, I think, or I think I was with someone. I can't even mind if it was like, if it was just me or someone else, but I can't mind that. But I was also on, again, for like a big special where there were a big celebration event. We had like 10 other people on at the same time. So yeah, Lil Shadow X, I've been on That Being Said already a couple of times, and I was like, I'm happy to go on whenever as well, if they ever want me to be on again, if they want to be confused by random Scottish gibberish. But yeah, I've been on before, guys, so yeah. just letting you know.
So, anyway, they don't have it. And like, well, that sucks. What are you going to do? I guess we can't get it this week. We're going to have to maybe find alternatives, or maybe it's in another part of the store, and this store, for some odd reason, doesn't keep it in this cooler. We don't know. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense, but it's weird. Okay? So, we then walk further into the store, into the bake shop. Now, at our local grocery store, it's got one of the best bake shops we've ever seen. Fresh bagels every single week. Fresh baked breads. Now, we're talking like big, puffy, crusty white bread you can make sandwiches and stuff on. Ciabatta bread. I love ciabatta bread, and they usually have fresh ciabatta bread. All kinds, usually fully stocked. You can get whatever you want. And every week, we get baked goods from there. We buy a bunch of bagels. We keep some out. We freeze some. That's what we usually have for breakfast. We'll get some sandwich bread, whatever it is. We walk into this bakery. Now, by the way, it's no exaggeration. It's like 2 p.m. 2 p.m. This is not, we walked in at like 8 p.m. and the store is empty. It's 2 p.m. We walk into the bake shop of this other grocery store. The entire fucking bake shop is empty. Every area where there's supposed to be fresh baked goods has nothing in it at all. We're talking no bagels, no rolls, nothing, empty. The only bake shop stuff that they had was the stuff that's not made in that bake shop that basically gets carted in every morning from other bakeries. They're pre-packaged goods and shit like that. So they're all in there. And we're looking, we're like, what the fuck? Like, how could it be empty? I could see, okay, it's a bad day. Maybe someone called out. They have half capacity. They have a quarter capacity. They have nothing. All right? And it's not just us who are reacting like this. There's other people walking up. And there's a guy, he goes up, he goes, you have no bread? Like, what the hell? And there's one woman working the entire bake shop. And the look on her face is like a deer in headlights. Like, she has absolutely no clue what to tell anyone. She's just like godsmacked that she's working here and doesn't know how to bake. In the bake shop. Okay? So we're like, what is going on here, right? So immediately I looked, and then I basically turned my head and I looked at the rest of the store, and I start to just look at the meat section, and I can see that literally half the meat section also is empty. And I was like, you know what? I was like, honey, fuck this. What's going to happen is if we try to shop here, we're going to have to make so many concessions. We're going to have to make so many compromises. It looks like this store is poorly ran. They don't stock the stuff. They don't have people doing anything in the store. Like, what the hell is this? How is it that our local grocery store, same company, is run so differently than one that's like a half an hour away?
It's almost like these different fucking stores have different fucking managers that have some are better than others at fucking managing their stores. It's not as if there's one fucking person responsible for every single fucking store on the fucking planet. No. This is why you have fucking shop managers that are fucking in charge of trying to maintain their store to the best fucking possible standards. Some will be better at it than other fucking people. It's just the fucking way it is, Phil. Why, I mean, that's like going onto fucking YouTube, right? It's exactly like going onto fucking YouTube, okay? And looking at one content creator, such as, let's just fucking say, for example, Moist Critical, okay, and watching the content they do, and you think this is a very well run fucking, broadcast that this content creator's doing, and then you go onto another content creator's channel, say called DSP Gaming, and you think to yourself, wow, what a huge fucking difference. This is such a fucking lower quality of content creator. Why can one content creator do this amazing fucking thing on YouTube, but on the same fucking website, this other one is actually a piece of shit, and he's doing terrible, he's asking for money all the fucking time, and he's begging, and he smells, he looks like he's fucking, an alcoholic. You get what I'm saying? It's not just because they've got the same brand doesn't mean they're going to fucking be organised the exact same fucking way. They're fucking store managers for a fucking reason.
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thanks to Proper for a super chat. It says, everyone was out sick from gout they got from eating turkey sausage. Exactly. Because like Phil, they thought because it was not a red meat, it was safe to eat it. But alas, even though the fucking meat itself is not red, it's still not fucking good for people who have gout. Phil fucking sees a turkey that's been cooked and you can look at the colour, he's like, that doesn't look red at all. No, it's safe to eat. Dumb bastard. Train says the grocery store he's talking about is Fred Meyer. It could very well be. I know he's been to Fred Meyer in the past. It's one of those things where I know people have been curious about it. I know people would maybe potentially try and look up, what stores he's going to these days to try and get a rough estimation of the kind of money he might be spending these days on grocery shopping. Because that is something I've tried to track in the past, specifically from the bank leaks, and try and calculate the kind of shopping that Phil did in the past, and it did fluctuate wildly. Like at times, it went up and up and up even more as time went on, the fucking shopping expenditure that was going on. It was just bizarre, the fucking cost, how much. And I'm not sure if that was just a fucking, just a fact of life, or whether he's spending more money on unnecessary things. I don't know.
Just because it's a franchise, someone else runs it. So how do you have one that's run like shit and one that's run really well? Don't you want them all to be run really well? You know what I mean?
Oh no, fucking shit, Sherlock. Obviously, it's fucking want that, but you can't guarantee that.
And I hate to say it, but this is a lot similarly to a comparison that I actually made earlier, the Burger King situation. We've had here in our area.
I'm ticking clown mode. I don't fucking care. He's acting like a fucking clown right now. I'm ticking clown mode. I don't fucking care. He's being an absolute fucking cunt of a clown right now.
Okay. We have had places where we've gone and it's exceptionally good, and then we go to the same exact business but it's a different franchise and it's absolutely fucking terrible. Alright? Burger King is the prime situation where we've been to one Burger King where you go there, you get the Whopper. Oh my god, it's so good. Everything's fresh, delicious, exactly how it's supposed to be. Then you go to the other one, the fucking burger's cold as ice. All your toppings, half of them are smashed on. They're not even on the bun like they're supposed to be. Big fucking mess. I'm not even going to go into the situation about the chicken sandwich debacle of last year. You guys already know about that infamous meme. But you know what I'm saying? Like, just because it's a different manager, the entire business can be run differently? No. The point is when you own a franchise, you're supposed to adhere standards to all of your franchisees, and you're supposed to hold them accountable if they don't live up to those standards. That's your brand that's out there. What we're finding here more in America is these franchise companies don't give a fuck.
What about a DSP Gaming brand, for fuck's sake? Burnout Enterprises or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That brand's run like a piece of shit. The guy in charge of that brand is a fucking toxic fucking prick who's almost on his fucking streams alcoholic, and he's famous. The one thing he's famous for is fucking jerking off while he's fucking streaming. Don't worry about fucking other brands when your own fucking brand is so fucking toxic and poisonous that nobody wants a fucking thing to do with you for the most part. Not one big, big giant prominent YouTuber. You're begging these fucking big YouTubers to fucking get out to you and fucking do some sort of fucking interview for you, just so you can go on their fucking platform and fucking preach your own stupid fucking random, your own alternative fucking facts about the real situation with Phil Burnell. No, most of them don't want nothing to do with you. Moise Crickle laughed it off when it was brought up that you fucking were interested in him interviewing you. He laughed his little arse off. He's like, aye, fucking right, not happening, pal.
They just don't. Yeah, they have criteria, whatever. But who's being held responsible for these places being run like shit? How do you have a bake shop with no baked goods in it? None. Not, like I said, it wasn't like they were understocked. There was nothing in this bake shop. Zero. What the fuck? It blows my mind. Okay. So all that being said, we were shocked. We rescheduled our entire day because of it. We walked right out. And we're not wasting our time here. We walked out, and we ended up doing our other things. We went to, our other appointment that we had. We ended up going to a different pet store because there was a nice local pet store out there. It's nice, but it's one of those pet stores that's like, oh, everything fresh. Eat the raw meats for your cat and give your cat these weird oddball litter that they're never going to use. So we ended up driving to like our local area. We usually shop on our days off. And we went to the usual pet store and all of that. And then we ended up going to our usual grocery store. What a shock. We went to our usual grocery store of the same exact company. They had the sausages. The bake shop was fully stocked. Everything we wanted was there. And there was actually, of all things, there was one thing they were out of stock. And then we ended up easily finding a substitution that we're actually excited to try this week. Because it's a little different, but looks like it'll still be pretty delicious. So, here you go. Basically, once you find something that you like, you basically can't really veer from it at this point. Especially in America. It just seems like there's no consistency anywhere. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm just being honest. Like, that's very disappointing. These franchises are not holding anyone accountable. Again, case in point, that Burger King. A little over a year ago, it was September 2021. I go to that Burger King on my wife's birthday, which of course we weren't planning on. It was like a last-minute chain. I order a chicken sandwich. It's the most disgusting chicken sandwich I've ever seen. It's completely
money. Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to QuasarX for a super chat. He says, let me speak to your manager side, Phil, right now in full effect. This is a dark side Karen. Dark side Karen in full fucking flow here. I guarantee you, he left that store and didn't say a fucking word. He didn't want to fucking... He could have said a word. He had the option to fucking complain about the way that store was run. But because he's likely now to fucking go back there again because he's now using that fucking area, it's not where he usually fucking shops. So likely, he just fucking got the fuck out of there, didn't say a fucking goddamn thing. And so he could fucking rant and rave and bitch and whine and moan all on his fucking little shitty podcast as if fucking people give a crap. This is his day off. This is the fucking big main talking point of his day off. His fucking shop, he went to a different fucking version of his shop, he didn't have the things he wanted, so he went to his usual shop instead. The end. There you go. I told Phil's whole story in like 5 seconds there. In one sentence. He's got to fucking prolong that goddamn shit and try and make it sound like a bigger fucking ordeal than it is.
Edible. There's sauce everywhere. It's just completely unappetizing. I didn't need it. So I take a picture. I complain to both the Burger King Twitter account and I emailed them on their support account on their corporate website. All right? Their Twitter account basically directs me to a customer support thing. All right? So does their corporate. And basically they give me the same exact answer. Just go to this thing. Okay, I'll do it. So I start emailing them. And it's obvious this customer support is not in the United States. It's international because they respond to me at like 4 a.m. every day. And I hate to say it, in like half English. Like they're barely being able to type out in English. So I'm hoping they're understanding what I'm trying to tell them. But this is their customer support. And then after basically going back and forth with them for 2 days, supplying pictures and everything, how bad of an experience I had, and basically telling them, listen, all I'm looking for is a refund for the sandwich. I don't even care about anything else. It's just
if he fucking doesn't bring up the fact that he's made a complaint to this fucking store that he went to, then this is an absolute fucking pointless bit of fucking ranting and raving. The only fucking way this particular fucking rant right now in the aftermath of the Burger King thing is relevant is if we fucking tried to do something similar to his fucking story went to. Otherwise, it is absolutely fucking nonsensical rambling on his part. Probably drunken rambling.
Ripped me off. It was a very expensive sandwich. Oh, we'll reach out to the franchisee. A week and a half, 2 weeks past, the franchisee never answers me. So I contact them again. Okay, no, listen, we're going to still reach out to the franchisee. To which I responded and said, I don't want to hear from the franchisee. I just want you to do something to give me restitution for the fact that you basically ripped me off. And they ghosted me. They decided to stop responding entirely. Well, that's a great company, isn't it? right? That's really a company you want to really give money to. A company that when you have concrete evidence that something they gave you was disgusting and inedible and it was expensive, they basically have a franchisee that blows you off and then they don't fucking bother helping you. They just don't care anymore. So, fuck them, right? Why are you going to support a company like that? And we haven't. I think in the last year and a half, I think once we ate at Burger King, and it was because, again, we were in a big hurry and we didn't have a chance to do anything else, and we ended up going to the good Burger King in our area, and everything was delicious. So there you go. So I don't know. That's just my franchise story. It's very disappointing that these companies are supposed to be living up to a standard, and they don't. They just don't. They just do whatever they want, and good luck getting anything out of a complaint. They don't seem to care either, which is very stupid and disappointing as well. So, anyway, after our day out, we came home and did a little bit of cleaning, and then we relaxed. We actually started watching someone else playing God of War Ragnarok.
He has no free time to make these Patreon videos that he's already been paid for. Just a wee reminder, he has no free time whatsoever to make these Patreon videos that people already fucking paid him $50 per video for.
Which was fun. We're actually watching, again, to see someone else's perspective on a game is very interesting. What's weird is, this particular person playing the game seems to be doing better than me in certain aspects and horribly worse than me in other. Like combat, they're dying a ton.
It's almost as if fucking people are unique and they don't all fucking do things the same fucking way. It's amazing that Phil can't fucking comprehend that people aren't fucking robots.
And by the way, they're playing on normal difficulty. Combat, they're dying a ton, but other things they figured out more quickly than me. It's kind of interesting. Like when they were in the desert, remember I was in the desert last time? They found everything in one fell swoop. They were like, ding, 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 found everything in the desert. Me, I missed half the shit in the desert. And then you guys yelled at me and I went back to do it because I missed so much. But this guy found it all. But at the same time in combat, he's getting his ass handed to him.
Okay, go on, Phil, go on, Phil. I know what Phil wants to do here. I know exactly what Phil wants to fucking do here. He wants to accuse this unnamed YouTuber. Stevie Dead's got a good point there. I missed a Twitter mention. I missed Twitter. There you go. Thank you very much, Stevie Dead, for that. I'll take it off. You're absolutely right. So, okay, good shout, Stevie Dead. I appreciate it. At least someone's paying attention, because I do try and pay attention, but I'm a dumb bastard. The point I'm trying to make here about Phil right now in his current little rant about this other YouTuber, this unnamed bigger YouTuber who's playing God of War at the same time, who he and his wife are enjoying their content about. I think he's preparing a fucking accusation towards this unnamed YouTuber who's like, he's going to accuse him of reading guides, I think. Because he knows where he's fucking going. He's crap at combat, but he knows exactly how to fucking find things and where to fucking go. I'm waiting. This, actually, that's a good point. Does this count as YouTuber jealousy?
Yeah. Money.
Lucy.
Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much to Barrett Wells for super chat. It says this person learned they had to pay taxes and credit cards off before me, but they're dying in the game a lot more. That's a pretty good fucking comparison, pretty much, yeah. We'll wait and see where Phil goes with this, okay? 2 seconds. I want to see where he goes with this shit. So let's see what he says.
So, anyway, we did that for a while and we watched some X-Files. We relaxed. It was
okay, there was no accusation. It sounded like he was preparing for an accusation, but it wasn't there. YouTuber jealousy? I mean, Hold on. Let me just see what he says about it again.
It's very interesting. What's weird is, this particular person playing the game seems to be doing better than me in certain aspects and horribly worse than me in other. Like combat, they're dying a ton. And by the way, they're playing on normal difficulty. Combat, they're dying a ton, but other things they figured out more quickly than me.
I don't see this as jealousy. I'm as eager to tick things off the card as you are, but all he's doing is explaining watching our YouTuber. There's no jealousy so far from what I can see.
It's kind of interesting. Like when they were in the desert, remember I was in the desert last time? They found everything in one fell swoop. They were like, ding, 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 found everything.
It's basically just pointing out that some things Phil's doing better at in the game and some things other guys doing better at. It's not really jealousy. It's just a natural observation, and it's actually a reasonable one in this case. I mean, I'm not sure how reasonable it is, you know what I'm saying? We can't compare it to, because Phil has not explained to the fuck it is, he's a fucking watching with his fucking way. But you get what I'm saying? This is not jealousy. I can't take this.
In the desert. Me, I missed half the shit in the desert. And then you guys yelled at me and I went back to do it because I missed so much. But this guy found it all. But at the same time in combat, he's getting his ass handed to him. So, anyway.
I mean, it's borderline. It does seem to be jealous of the fact the guy's doing better at finding things quicker. You know what? Fuck it. I thought he was saying all that shit because he was going to fucking accuse him of like using a guide. It just seems he brought him up. He brought it up though, just so because he's annoyed. I don't know. I want to tick it, but I don't want to tick it. We'll ignore it for now.
We did that for a while, and we watched some X-Files. We relaxed. You know, it was a good day. The second half of the day was definitely more relaxing and all of that, and we had a good time again. So that was our day off. Nothing ultimately special or anything like that. At the same time, you know, it was a good day. It's always good to have a day off that's enjoyable, right? Okay. So all that being said, now we're back full capacity today, right? Hitting the ground running. So much new game stuff to talk about. I only have, I think, one game's news story to talk about. So before we get to that, I just again kind of want to redirect everyone's attention to the members goal and just let you guys know this is basically the last chance to hit the members goal. I think.
Desperation's creeping in for Phil. You can definitely tell he's getting a bit fucking scared. He was really hoping and expecting some big massive influx of support for now. It still might happen, of course. He might get his fucking support coming in, but he's definitely running out of fucking time. He's really running out of fucking time, actually. He's got technically 2 days to go.
Have 4 days left. Because
I mean, he says it's 4 days, but really it's 2 days. Well, technically 3. I don't think they expire on the same day. Like, the 19th of October is when he was gifted the massive 300 odd members. So I don't think it expires on the 19th of November. I think it's a day later, perhaps. I'm not entirely sure.
Because I believe it was around October 21st.
No, October 21st was you getting the 200 members. It was 2 separate days. Okay, let me fucking educate everyone, just in case they want to fucking get a little, you know, brief fucking summary of the situation that Phil is facing. Phil currently has 887 members. He wants 1,025. However, on the 19th of October, down here, he was gifted 326 members. He went from 494 members to 828 within the space of one podcast. One singular podcast saw him get 326 random gifted members, which is an extremely ridiculous amount of money. 2 days later, the 21st of October, he got an extra 200 odd on top of that. Phil seems to be allowed to think about the 200 here, but really should be worried about the 326, which is of course the 19th, and of course in 2 days time on Saturday it will be the 19th of November. And as I said, I don't know if I'm going to actually expire on the Saturday itself, or if I have to wait until the Sunday to see that shit show fucking pan out. But Phil does not have 4 days, definitely not. It's less than that, for absolute certainty.
When we got that ginormous members bomb that propelled DSP Gaming from like 500 members all the way up to like 800-900, something crazy like that. And this weekend would be the last opportunity for us to hit our Christmas goal of 1,025 members. Remember, if we hit it, I'll be doing a Christmas marathon event. It's the only time during the year where I drink on stream and I dress up in festive holiday attire, right? We have a great time together. It's a really fun time. I really enjoy it. You guys usually nominate a good variety of games. I usually do a festive episode of either DSP Tries It or Feasting with the King or both. But if you guys haven't noticed, this month, even with all the new releases, this channel really has not seen much growth. Barely any movement with subs. A few new subs. Like I would say over the course of this month, maybe 100 new subscribers so far. Okay? Not a lot. Something. At least there's something. Always something's better than nothing. And I'm certainly not complaining. Any positive movement is good movement for me, right? But when it comes to
Hooray, said positive listener bingo. He is absolutely complaining, bro. He's fucking bullshit. And I'm not complaining. I'm just going to fucking bring it up and tell you guys to fucking do this, please. Quite a strong, robust bingo card here. We're doing quite well, although I'm definitely worried about Bill's. Not mine, but you know, him saying Bill's. Bill does not say Bill's a huge amount lately. He really has stopped saying it quite a lot, so if we don't get it today, let's hope we get a free space at least with either likes or, you know, him maybe snorting up a storm.
members, you know, there's been no movement at all. In fact, we're just on a slow decline, basically. We were at the beginning of this month, we were at 1,036 members. All right. Well, I take that back. That was the end of last month, and then we lost like 100. So we ended up going to like just under 1,000. It ended up being like 900 and change. And then we've basically been on like a slow drip since then, where we're losing a little bit every day. All right. If you're not a member, you're really missing out. You guys know all the benefits. Highlighted name in chat and stream and in the comments on the videos. Access to all of my emotes in the chat and in the comments of the videos. You know, access to all these events at a priority. For example, Ask the King coming up this week. The vast majority of questions answered on Ask the King will be member questions, right?
Okay. So I'd like to think that the average person in Phil's chat right now, Phil's chat, by the way, is mainly just fucking non-members right now. From what I'm seeing, there's not a lot of green on that screen right now. But if I was fucking sitting there in Phil's chat and he's trying to encourage me to fucking buy a membership, And he's also telling me that fucking people gift massive member bombs all the fucking time. I'm not going to fucking waste my fucking goddamn money on Phil. I'm just going to wait for a fucking member bomb. Like, if I'm a fan, but I'm a cheap bastard of a fan, I'm just going to wait for the fucking member bomb to fucking come, and I'm just going to assume that I'll be one of the lucky members. That's just, I think a lot of Phil's fans have that same kind of mentality. Why pay for something if someone else is going to fucking pay for it for you? As, you know, and over half of the fucking members have been fucking gifted. It's just simple to fucking just think, why fucking spend money on something which you could very likely get for free off someone else? It's just simple to fucking think that way. And I think a lot of people in Phil's chat have the same mentality.
Also, it is the season of giving, all right? 'Tis the season, as they say. If you're in the giving mood and you want to help out your fellow stream viewer, the ability to gift memberships is now available here on DSP Gaming. It has been for many months. So now would be the time if you wanted to jump in and maybe, you know, do some member, what do they call them? Member bombs or whatever?
What do you call them? Phil, why don't you fucking embrace the spirit of begging? And tis the season to stop begging and start giving yourself. Why don't you fucking drop a member bomb? You're going to get paid by YouTube next week, Phil. Next Monday? Tuesday? Monday? Monday is your payday for YouTube, Phil Burnell. Why don't you use like $50 of that money and gift some fucking members yourself? But that fucking point's a bit too late, of course. You won't hit 1,025. By that point, you'll have lost a fucking lot of members. But you might as well fucking embrace the spirit of giving. Just 'tis the season to fucking give back to your audience and gift some memberships to a few lucky few. As if that is going to fucking happen. Of course it's not going to fucking happen. He fucking encourages other people to fucking give, but he won't fucking do it himself. All he does is give people headaches.
That would be awesome, all right? And it would help the channel, and, you know, it would be greatly appreciated. So thank you in advance, all right? I'm not going to talk about it all day. In fact, usually I just talk about it here on the podcast, and then we just move on. Hey, we get members, great, and if not, it is what it is. You know, I want to do this Christmas event. I do it every year. It's an annual fun event. We always do, and it's a great time. But, you know, gotta be motivating, right? Rashawn says, you shouldn't even start your stream until you get 150 likes. Oh, God. We're not doing stuff like that. That's ridiculous. That's the definite difference between, here's someone who does content and broadcast because he's a fun person, having a good time, who loves the content, loves what they're doing. And here's someone who's here just in it for some kind of clout or some kind of popularity or some making money. You know, I won't even start until we hit this. What? That's ridiculous. You know, you and my mentality. I put out free content. You enjoy it. If you like it so much, please reciprocate the love. Whether it's liking the stream, liking the video, leaving a comment on it, whether it's, you know, contributing in any way, a super chat, a super sticker, a tip, a membership, whatever it could be, right? It's all greatly appreciated, all right? Okay. So all that being said, that's really it. Let's get into news, gaming news, that is. I believe there's one major news story that I'd like to talk about today. Let's take a look. I think it was just one. There's a few things that happened, but there was only one that was notable to me. I take it back, there's two. All right. So the first news story, this is kind of interesting. Blizzard Entertainment, all right, is no longer going to have a business relationship with NetEase.
I'm really surprised that Phil ignored the Bethesda statement. He seems to be just ignoring that kind of rather very controversial and somewhat hypocritical statement that Bethesda released about some, you know, questionable character and some comments made. It's definitely a shitstorm going on with Bethesda right now, and a lot of people are giving them grief for it. I'm just going to leave it at that. Phil just seems to be ignoring that for whatever reason. It's strange to me, but okay. He's talking about Blizzard instead.
Starting January 23rd of next year. Now, you might have no idea what that means, and I don't blame you, because if you don't live in China, you would have no idea what that means at all. But if you live in China, you would know. NetEase is the company that essentially provides Blizzard Activision content to
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Gregory Lake for super chat. It says, Phil has inspired me. 'Tis the given season. Well, thank you very much. Allow me to give you my thanks. I would give you a fuck, but I have none to give. Thank you very much, Gregory Lake, for super chat. I do appreciate it. And yeah, it is the given season indeed. But yeah, just make sure look after ourselves first in these times. In the UK today, it was announced that there's a recession. Like the fucking random twat who's fucking in charge of money for the government, however, is basically telling everyone, guys, you fucking need to fucking watch your money because there's a recession. I was like, that's fucking very good, you know. enjoy your fucking 80 fucking thousand pounds fucking taxpayer funded wage or whatever shit, and get your second home bought for you by taxpayer money as well. Shit, thanks for that. Aye. Fucking the fucking plebs are in a fucking recession, but no, not the politicians. The politicians still get to live like kings and queens. That is the fucking way it is in the fucking world in general. But aye, mate, it is the given season, of course. But in these trying times, make sure we're kind of looking after ourselves first before we are encouraged to give too much, because times are tough for everyone. But thank you very much, Greg, for that.
China. And for those who don't know, the Chinese market has been a hugely profitable market for Blizzard Activision. I mean, if you even look at the history of Blizzard Activision, remember the World of Warcraft movie? You know, the movie that tanked worldwide, except China. So basically, with this partnership falling apart, this leaves Blizzard in a bad position. It means all of their products are no longer going to be ongoingly available in China starting next year. And that's a giant market for them. Now, what happened, apparently, from what Blizzard is saying in their public statement, they'd always had an ongoing relationship with NetEase for like ridiculously long time. I think they said it was like the mid-2000s that they'd started this relationship. So we're talking almost 20 years of a running relationship where they come to an agreement. I guess there's some kind of a licensing deal or whatever it may be, and they make a certain amount of money or whatever. Who knows what it is? But basically, the stuff in China works differently than worldwide. So you need to have a company in China to, I guess, be the buffer of outside, international content to the Chinese market. And for whatever reason, that fell apart. So they're talking all these different games. Just listen to this. World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Warcraft 3, Overwatch, StarCraft, Diablo 2, and Heroes of the Storm. All of those games. All right? Now you might say, well, a lot of those aren't that big. World of Warcraft is still huge. And it still has a big Chinese market. All right? So that's definitely a huge thing, right? What's going to happen? Are they going to be able to, on a short basis, find another company where they're going to do all this work to try, you know what I mean, to try to figure this out and be able to do it or not? You know, I don't know. We're going to see what happens, but we might no longer have Blizzard Activision games in China, at least for the short term. You know, maybe it'll take them half a year to find another company to partner with or whatever. But it's just kind of weird because it's been almost 20 years they've had this working relationship with the company, and now all of a sudden they can't come to an agreement. Like, why? Right? What's going on? It's weird. Anyway, all that being said, I guess we'll find
two things. First of all, Phil is shouting the shit out of that being said. So many that being said references today. You're spoiled for choice if you're trying to quote Phil saying that being said. Second of all, Prophet makes a very good fucking point there. What Phil does not realise, as usual, is that it's a state-run business in China. Pretty much, aren't most business, well, because it's China, isn't it? A lot of businesses kind of technically state-run. I imagine it's fucking really been done by that. Oh no, China's a fucking funky-ass place. But in this case, it's a state-run business in China for Blizzard, so yeah. And apparently a lot of businesses are in China are state-run, okay. Well, obviously not every single fucking business, you know, but any kind of bigger ones are usually kind of state somewhat, you know, handled in some capacity. The bigger they are, the more likely a state's going to fucking have a hand in it. It's just the way a fucking place is. But, yeah. Yeah, it's fucking, it's a bizarre fucking story, which isn't really fucking much. I don't even know why Phil's fucking talking about it, he's just fucking trying to pad at his goddamn stream. By the way, I am behind Phil by about 40 minutes. However, I'm trying to counter the guy that's been, this fucking randomer called the Giving King. The last couple of streams we've actually not been too far behind Phil. And because of that, the card's not far behind him either, and because of that, the Giving King does seem to fucking try and get ahead of things and try to get Phil to say things on the card that we've not had yet. So I'm trying to avoid outside interference for bingo, because it's happened twice now and it resulted in one bingo. So I won full house bingo even, which was a tainted victory. Train says this gets better. Well, let's get on things then. Oh, Heather says the company Phil's talking about makes sure that Blizz Acti complies with the laws of the country, if I remember correctly. Okay then, no worries. Anyway, let's crack on. No, so Backleaks is saying it's happened twice. Backleaks, the first time it happened, we got a full house bingo. The second time it happened, he got Phil to say meaningful, and we ignored it. Everyone in chat agreed with me. I fucking sound like Phil saying that. Everyone in chat agrees with me. But the fact of the matter is, the guy's giving our message. He said the word meaningful in it, and everyone's like, don't fucking count that. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to count that either, because, you know, it's a fucking basically baited Phil to say a word. that didn't complete a full house for us, but yeah. I did not get emails about it, no. No, it's Steve did. I'm telling you behind the scenes, and Derek agrees with me.
And now, the other big piece of news is regarding the Embracer Group. So for those who don't know, the Embracer Group is the group who makes games such as Dead Island, Saints Row, among many others. The news is not good. The news is basically that Embracer Group is in a really bad situation right now, okay? They're amidst a ton of turmoil. I guess they were banking on certain games, such as the Saints Row reboot, you know, being a big cash maker for them. It was not. It ended up being a sales flop, way underperformed compared to what they were hoping and forecasting for it, among other things. So basically, they had a big meeting yesterday, and a ton of information came out of this meeting. Are you ready for this? So let's listen. Here's just some of the bullet points of what came out of this meeting. They're doing a mystery 6-year deal with several industry partners involving multiple large games, but they're not giving any details whatsoever what that means as of now. Does that mean their IPs are going to be like licensed out to other game development studios? Does that mean they're developing games along with other studios? Don't know. Not explained yet. Dead Island 2, this is the silliest shit. So Dead Island 2, all right, let's talk about this. This is a game that was in development hell, right, for a greater part of 8+ years. I remember playing Dead Island 1 over a decade ago with my friends, co-op over the internet. It was a buggy mess, but it was a fun buggy mess. And it was a game that a lot of people liked. And then they were like, gee, I wonder if they'll ever make a sequel. Now, they did make a spin-off, I think it was called Riptide, which I played and was also a buggy mess, and they didn't really innovate at all. Just felt like more of Dead Island 1, quite frankly. And then they said for the longest time, well, don't worry, we're working on Dead Island 2. But then you had franchises like Dying Light that came out, and many other games came out, and it was just like, I guess it's just never coming out anymore. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like a month or two ago, they made a public announcement, oh, Dead Island 2 is finally coming out in 2023. It's going to come out in February. And everyone was like, oh, okay. Well, we didn't even know that the game was still being developed. You guys hadn't talked about it for so long. We thought maybe it was kind of like forgotten. That's great, I guess. That's good news. But it wasn't like anyone was asking for Dead Island 2. It wasn't even anyone was like hounding them saying, hey, so when are we going to get a release date for that game or whatever? So it was kind of weird that it was just like drop announced out of nowhere. Because you're like, if here's the thing. When they announced it, you're like, well, I guess it's ready, right? They must be ready for this thing. Because no one was asking for it. No one cared about it. And they of their own volition, that's funny because one of the studios is named Volition. Of their own volition, they chose to publicly announce, hey, here's the release date for Dead Island 2 out of nowhere. So you think, oh, they're prepared, they're ready. Oh, no, it just got delayed. It's delayed now till April 28th. It's like, what? Then why did they announce it? If they had no clue if this game was ready for February, and no one was even caring or asking, right? No one cared about this. Why the fuck did they even announce it? If they weren't sure it was going to be ready, right? Like, what the hell? It literally makes no fucking sense at all, right? None. Zero. It's like, what is going on here? It's stupidity. It's absolute, utter fucking stupidity. All right? So, it's delayed till April. Will it come out in April? Who fucking knows? And at this point, honestly, who cares? No one cares about this game to begin with. What a joke. Okay? Volition. This is the company that makes the Saints Row franchise and now the Saints Row reboot that utterly flopped and failed, have now been merged into Gearbox. Gearbox, the company that makes the Borderlands series. So Volition no longer exists. They have been assimilated. And the question is, does that mean, effectively, Saints Row is dead for good? Has Saints Row now been retired, and the Volition Studios people will now just be working as a supplementary group of employees, right, to be working on Gearbox games? If that is the case, that's really sad, right? Let's be honest here. Saints Row at one point was absolutely huge. It was legitimately a competitor to Grand Theft Auto. It did things that were very different, all right? And essentially, it was unique. And that's the good thing about it, is to have something unique. It was a sandbox game.
Like, Saints Row done well. The first game, not that fucking great, in my opinion, Saints Row. I've never played the other games, but I certainly fucking watched the, gameplay footage of it. And Saints Row did get better with time. The second one, solid. Third one as well. But it jumped the shark a fucking bit as well. We got fucking this kind of bizarre fucking kind of, alien shit or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it was, man, but it's like, it was some bizarre sort of fucking thing where it's like, it basically went to shit. It looked fun, but it kind of went to shit. It went to fucking weird. Yeah, but yeah. Especially almost the most recent fucking, fucking game anyway as well. was, you know, well criticised for just being quite an unfinished sort of fucking woke sort of mess kind of game, apparently. Apparently it's bad but good as well, I've heard. Yeah, exactly. Lord Didog's some of the fucking weapons that was fucking in the game was kind of just so fucking weird. Like, you know, there was a dubstep gun, there was a dildo sword. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, Saints Row 2 and 3 as well were quite solid, in my opinion. But after that, it did fucking go a bit fucking mental. And not in the good kind of way, in my opinion. But yeah, it's one of those things where the fucking thing should have just died. See, that's the one thing Rockstar did better than, you know... So, Rockstar didn't try to continue a story usually from a fucking character. The game was the whole story for that character essentially, and any fucking DLC as well, of course. Grand Theft Auto 3, you know, fucking what's his name, fucking Claude. You've got the fucking mute guy in Trove called Claude. You know, I didn't say a fucking word of it, but his story was in that game. That was most of his story essentially done. Vice City, Tommy Vice City, fucking amazing game. Great fucking cast in that game with the fucking voices, whatever. Just brilliant fucking game. But once that game was done, that was it. Fucking no more essentially. You know, that was that character story done. Then obviously San Andreas, you got fucking CJ and all that shit. And once that was done, that was it. And then fucking it's just the same way. But Grand Theft Auto did that thing, didn't it? So, but compared to Saints Row, it was like the same characters and the same cast, and it was like they tried to fucking flesh out the story more and more. And that's I think that's where they went wrong, because they ran out of fucking ways to try and make the same characters have more interesting stories, in my opinion. So that's probably the one kind of big fundamental difference as to why Rockstar managed to stay somewhat more on top of things with a supposed rival, a supposed competitor to the fucking series of games the way they fucking done these games. Mainly because there was nothing fucking fresh about these fucking new games. Maybe a couple of mechanics or whatever, but it was the same fucking characters for the most part, and the plots weren't fucking. That's my take on it anyway. As much as that's worth.
That took chances, that went to be over the top with comedy and things like that, and essentially was a good game series. And then they kind of ran it into the ground. Saints Row 4 kind of jumped the shark, went too far into that direction of ludicrous shit. And then they basically retired it for a while, right? They tried to bring it back with Agents of Mayhem, which was supposed to be Saints Row 4. Then they decided they weren't going to call it Saints Row 4, and then released the game, and it was panned. No one liked Agents of Mayhem. So then they went back to the drawing board again, and they said, we're going to reboot Saints Row. They didn't take in literally any customer feedback whatsoever. Instead, they just decided to do whatever they wanted, which was a really stupid move, quite frankly. They really should have been listening to feedback from their direct audience. And that game got panned, and that game got slammed, and that game came out completely unfinished. You know, the physics engine wasn't even working. Flopped miserably. So maybe, you know, I hate to say it, maybe it makes sense. Maybe Saints Row does need to go away. Maybe this game studio needs to do something else. Because, you know what I mean? Like, if we're in a situation here where idiotically this game company has driven their once successful franchise into the ground, I don't know if we would want to make another one. There's two, not one, but two failed outings for Saints Row. One, they were so embarrassed they didn't even call it Saints Row, even though it was supposed to be. And the other one was a joke too. So, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's time to retire it. I just hope, you know, I hope those employees aren't punished for the bad decisions of their management. You know what I'm saying? I hope that they keep their employment. I hope they keep jobs, and, you know, they still enjoy doing what they're doing. Of course, you could argue now, oh God, Gearbox is just as problematic. Randy Pitchford, who's the head of that studio, has had so many issues with PR, so many, you know what I'm saying? So many issues. And now you wonder, is this even better for them to be going to from one studio that tanked to another studio that has issues? Right? I don't know. It definitely makes me worry, okay? So all that being said, I'm sad, but I guess that's business. They had a chance. It wasn't like they were given a chance. They were given two chances.
Whoa. While I was typing in chat, I missed an ear touch. I'm sorry about that, guys. A lot of you guys are just pointing this. I was busy just responding to Lord D-Dog in chat about something, you know, and I wasn't even paying attention to Phil because, you know, I was busy typing. I was busy being interactive with my audience. But Phil had an ear touch, which is a double bingo. So thank you very much, guys, for keeping on top of things. We are 4 away from a full house. That's a double bingo. Fucking fan Dabby Rosie.
And they failed twice. Apparently, they're saying their investments are too slow. This Embracer group, their game investments have been way too slow to pan out. And there's an internal review underway. It may lead to spin-off companies being formed and or, you know, shifting of employees, all kinds of stuff going on. Okay. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's sad. For sure it's sad. But I think that's just business. And we'll see what happens with Embracer Group. I mean, quite frankly, I don't think there's anything that Embracer Group has been pumping out gameplay-wise that's been so amazing, right? That to hear that the company is having problems is that big of a deal. You know, it wasn't like, oh, Borderlands is still top of its game. I mean, Borderlands 3 was all right. We don't really talk. They just had the new Tales from the Borderlands. Did anyone hear about it? Seriously, anyone? Did anyone hear about new Tales from the Borderlands? And that's, you know, compare that to the original Tales from the Borderlands. That game was like all over the place. And you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like the Borderlands series, it's kind of, you know what happened? It kind of reminds me of what happened to God of War. God of War. Wow, that's wrong. Gears of War. Excuse me. Kind of what happened to Gears of War. It still has a dedicated fan base, but it's nowhere near the mainstream popularity it used to have. So yes, they make sales. Absolutely, their games do sell, but it's not like, wow, it's a mainstream, everyone talks about it, and it's the big popular thing anymore, right? Like, it's what I kind of feel like. Gears of War still has a fan base, but is it a mainstream fan base and everyone talking about it who owns an Xbox? No. That's kind of the same thing with Borderlands and all their franchises there. You know what I'm saying? So it sucks. I don't like hearing game studios and having problems. This studio's having a ton. I hope that they get their act back together to get Lillian back on their feet. They have made amazing games before. Saints Row, you know, Borderlands have been great franchises in the past. I would love to see them recoup. I guess we'll see what happens. Fair enough? So that's the game news segment for today. That's really all I've got. Now, I know there's other news as well, so people are talking about, but I don't really have much to say about that. Outside of that, that's really it. I guess what we'll do, we'll get to shout-outs, shall we? So let's start on the YouTube side of things. Spartanius one is here today. Did a super chat and says, at Burger King, I saw an ad for a brand new Italian-style chicken sandwich. Burger King is, at this point, infamous. Once a year, they create what they call their brand new, amazing, better than ever chicken sandwich. Once a year, they do this. Okay? And then it comes out, and it's sometimes okay, sometimes it's better. And then after a while, they just discontinue it out of nowhere. And then there's another chicken sandwich. And then there's another. Like, the infamous chicken sandwich story that I tell about, the disgusting chicken sandwich I couldn't even eat, was called the Chiking. The Chiking only lasted about a year. Then they just retired it out of nowhere. Now they have some new one for the past few months, right? In the past, out of all the years that I've gotten the Burger King chicken sandwiches, all right, the one that I actually liked the most, all right, was the Tender Crisp chicken sandwich. This was an actual very large, breaded, crispy, fried chicken breast, all right? And they had all these different variations. The one that stands out the most to me, it was called the Tender Crisp Bacon Cheddar Ranch. And the reason that stands out, they had the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish. I forget his name. I'm sure people will tell me now in the chat, because I always forget this guy's name. And they had him dressed up in a country music outfit, because now he's a country music singer, if you didn't know that. And he's playing the song. He goes, I love the Tender Crisp Bacon Cheddar Ranch. It grows on trees. And la 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 la. And the ranch flows up to your knees. And he's singing. And it sounds good, because he's a great singer. It wasn't Darius Rucker. I don't think I'm remembering. I think his name is Darius Rucker. I think that's his name. Okay? But, so he's singing this song, and it's hilarious because it really sounds great. But it's about a fucking chicken sandwich. Right? And it just stands out to me because it was one of the most ridiculous ads I've ever seen. It really did have like a river of ranch dressing and cheese flying in the sky and stuff. And so, and I tried the sandwich, and it was pretty good. You know, usually when you go to a fast food place, they don't do a thick cut piece of cheddar on your sandwich, right? They don't usually do some of that stuff, and I liked that. I thought it was a pretty good sandwich. They discontinued it within like 4 or 5 months. It was gone. Even though they did this giant ad campaign, you know, they got rid of it anyway. They do. That's what I mean. Like, this is infamous. Burger King is so infamous for doing this. Oh, our new chicken sandwich. Come check it out. Oh, I'll go check it out. And if you like it, they get rid of it anyway. You know? So it's like, don't, whenever you go to Burger King, don't ever fall in love with anything they do. Because unless you're eating the Whopper, the one staple sandwich that they keep forever, you will not have it for long. They're going to...
Burger King broke his heart. Poor Phil.
Get rid of it. There you go. Thank you, Spartanius one, for the first super chat of the day. Evil Gandhi did a $1 super chat. Thank you for that. Gamer Guy became a channel member this morning. Appreciate that, Gamer Guy. I think he re-upped his membership, actually. Thank you for re-upping your membership, Gamer Guy. I appreciate that. Commando Gadget Plays became a member 8 months in a row and says, is there a certain game that makes you nostalgic? There's a million games that make me nostalgic. Are you kidding? Anything from the Super Nintendo era. Super Mario World, The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, Earthbound, or any of those old Final Fantasy games. That kind of stuff, you know, is the stuff I grew up playing. In, you know, my early formative years as a gamer, Super Nintendo was my favorite console, and I spent countless hours sitting around playing these amazing games at home. So, any of those, absolutely.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Bart Wells. Super chat says, this guy must go on sewer slide watch when the McRib goes away. See what he did there with a sewer slide. Very clever use of that, you know, imaginary word. Yes, but Phil was actually like Burger King is completely unique in a situation where they fucking discontinue a limited edition fucking item in a menu. A lot of fucking fast food establishments do this all the fucking time. McDonald's do it fucking regularly and all that shit. You know, they got different fucking burgers on offer and different fucking sides as well for that fucking part. In my experience, my limited experience, I've been to Burger King a few times, not that much, admittedly, but I find that they actually don't change the menu too fucking much. They will have a fucking couple of new things on it, but there's a lot of fucking staple things that have been on that menu and stay on that fucking menu. It's not as if it's like a fucking massive fucking change. It's like one fucking random thing, or whatever. It's bizarre to me. I don't understand Phil's fucking. It's just Phil's being a little bitch basically. Burger King broke his heart, and it'll never be repaired. I cannot wait for a fucking video in like 5 years' time where Phil reacts to Burger King breaking his little heart, and he goes over the fucking story of when he initially told people about the terrible sandwich.
Of course, the other thing I can say. Street Fighter 2. Whenever I play a version of Street Fighter 2, I feel nostalgic because it brings me back to those days when I was growing up playing in arcades. I can hear what the arcades used to sound like around me. I can feel the air conditioning blowing on me. I can feel the tokens coming out of the machine. I so many things that flood back into my head, remember from those arcade days. It's really awesome. So, B-Boy Cyclone, re-upped his membership for a whopping 19 months. Thank you for the ongoing support. A bit late, did you react to Penguinzo's response yet? Penguinzo, you mean Moist Critical. I have not fully seen...
Okay, I told you. Damien Anderson asked me before the stream that I think Phil was going to fucking react to Moist Critical's fucking response. I said unless he's asked about it, he won't. And of course it took someone asking him to fucking respond to it. So let's see what he's fucking respond. Penguins, But by the way, not a lot of people might have fucking seen the fucking response in the first place. Let me just very quickly find it for you before we do that. I don't want to fucking, catch people like unawares or whatever. Where is Poems Mystery? Where is that wee fucking talented clippy bastard? Burger King. Where the fuck is Poems Mystery? Where are you, you bastard? I thought I'd be able to fucking find you quickly by just scrolling down, but I ain't fucking... What the fuck's this? Is this a dog or kangaroo getting his belly rubbed? What the fuck? Some amount of shit's on my fucking Twitter, Jesus Christ. Where the fuck's Poems Mystery? Didn't you fucking just type his fucking name to fucking find them? That's annoying. Fuck it, fine, 2 seconds. There you fucking go. Jesus Christ. I took way too fucking long.
You were gonna...
Okay, found it. Oh, Aqua had it as well. Oh, fuck it, I found the fucking tweet now. It's less than a minute long anyway. So, here we go. This video here. Actually, that was terrible fucking zoomed in all the way. That's like a crop anyway, so I'll just do this.
I heard Charlie, you were going to interview DSP, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, I saw that. That's just, I'm not doing that.
So what?
Do what?
Apparently he's like, he doesn't get mad at you. He's blocked my ass because I've watched too many of those hate videos, but apparently you get the fucking pass because, it's like Moist Critical, he just looks up DSP Gaming and he just sees all the bad videos. I don't even blame him. What?
Yeah, no, so I was just talking about, so to tie everything back, I was talking about Boogie and like the e-begging stuff. And then I likened it to DSP, whose whole brand has become like, making sure his viewers are giving him money, or else
he has no time to do anything and he's so busy.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah. So I compared the two. DSP saw it and he made like a response to it and then was requesting an interview. I don't fucking interview people. I was just talking on stream about the shit. Like, it's not that deep.
And that's essentially the whole call. Less than a minute long. That's it. Less than a minute overall. Let's see what Phil will say about it.
Seen any response? What I heard last night was, I guess he was doing a show, or I guess he does live streams. I don't know. I don't watch all of his content. I just, every once in a while, I see a random video of his in my feed. I watch them. I think that they're entertaining. So I guess he was on one of his shows or streams, and I guess there was a guest talking to him. I don't know who it was. I've only seen, like, no exaggeration, it was like a YouTube short. So 60 seconds. And basically, the person who was on the show asked him, did you hear what Darkside Phil said in response to what you said about him? And he was basically like, well, it's not that deep. I was talking about Boogie. Someone asked me about him. I made a reference to him, explaining how basically he's an e-beggar on his content. And that's it. He's like,
wow. He completely twisted that around. No, he completely twisted what fucking Moise said. It's not that. Am I the only one that's seen Phil fucking completely manipulating what Moise Critical said about? I'm sure I'm not the only one that fucking just sees that.
Like, no, I'm not going to interview him. I'm not an interviewer. I'm not interested in anything like that. And that's where the short ended. So I have absolutely no idea at all if anything else was said, nor do I really care. That was the answer that I was explaining.
Plus, he laughed his arse off when he fucking suggested to him he fucking interviews you. He laughed his fucking arse. That's how it starts. With him fucking laughing at the concept of you going on his channel to fucking get interviewed by him. Fuck that. He wants nothing to do with your fucking ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I figured was going to be. I figured the answer was going to be he doesn't care. He watches, let's be honest here, any YouTuber who's of the size of a PewDiePie, a Moist Critical, you know, those guys, their content is reacting to a bunch of random shit on the internet 90% of the time. That's the kind of content they put out.
I am definitely going to count this as YouTuber jealousy, by the way. Definitely. That is the single bingo for now, but we are 3 away from a full house. Sadly, Bills is going to let us down. I can just tell now Bills is going to let us down. Unless Phil snorts up a goddamn storm in the next like fucking 20 minutes, we're not going to get a full house, and I think I'm going to have to fucking remove Bills from the fucking bingo for a while.
Right? Right. And do they have time to come here and watch my content? No, they don't. What do they do? Oh, I want to...
Oh, who fucking does, Phil? You want fucking... You want everyone to watch 8 hours of your shit a day? Why? Who's going to have fucking much free time to watch 8 hours of your fucking garbage? Shit, no me. I fucking do the podcast and I'm a piece out. 90 minutes of 2 hours is the most I can fucking endure from you. God help anyone that fucking has to watch more of you for whatever they fucking do detractor-wise.
What the latest drama is today. Let me search for the drama videos about this person. So they're searching for my detractor videos about me and they see what did the detractor say today, and they believe that's what's going on. They watch it quick and then that's what they talk about on their stream. That's what I said. That's the problem with YouTube, is it allows open, blatant, mass, either slander, defamation, whatever form you want to say, with zero fact checking, with zero corroboration of anything being truthful, and there's literally no retaliation that anyone can do to protect themselves from it. Anyone can say anything about anyone they want and get away with it on YouTube. And so you have mass misinformation campaigns about me, right? And, you know, people get the wrong impression, and then they talk about it on their content, and now all of a sudden, DSP is one of the worst content creators ever made. It's like, did you actually watch a single one of my streams? Obviously not, because if you did, you would understand what you're saying literally is not happening on my streams, or not to the extent that you're overemphasizing it, right?
He's basically calling Moist Critical stupid here. That's me being mean, I guess. I'm doing what Phil does. I'm paraphrasing him. But he does seem to be fucking trying to insinuate here that Moist Critical doesn't fucking understand a thing that he sees on other people's content, because it's not the real Phil. That's definitely the fucking impression he's trying to make here. Any fucking big YouTuber that watches the detractor stuff is not getting the full fucking picture because they're not watching him directly. That's basically what he's fucking saying.
This guy, you know, Moist Critical apparently has seen misinformation videos about me and then talks about them, like everyone else. You know, the only reason I brought it up is because if you remember, just a few days before he had publicly brought me up in one of his streams, I had said I wanted to do a public interview to basically give my side of the story on all of this misinformation that's all about me all over the internet.
Your side of the story has zero fucking evidence to corroborate your claims. You've already admitted you're not going to fucking provide any evidence whatsoever. You're basically going to fucking provide your own alternative facts of the situation. By alternative facts, I mean his own fucking bullshit, fucking nonsense. And of course he's going to fucking hope and pray that people believe the words that are coming out of his fucking mouth, with zero fucking things to verify the things he's claiming. Anytime detractors come forward with any fucking videos and claims or whatever, there is more often than not a fucking, you know, plethora of evidence to back that up. The bank leaks, we all fucking know how that fucking happened. The bank leaks got started on fucking September... I don't want to fucking go over the goddamn story again. I've told the story so many goddamn times. September 2021. Booth. Social engineering. Yes, it was illegal. He released information to everyone. So many different people fucking verified information. They got information to Phil's fucking financial information, his debits and his credits over a fucking 18-month period. I've gone over this shit before. I've laid out the fucking reasons why it's legitimate. Phil has just fucking cried and bitched and whines and said it's fake and provided no evidence to the fucking contrary. WWE Champions, fuck no, you've seen all the evidence on that. You've seen the fucking Video Secret Limited made. You know every single fucking bit of evidence about that fucking being legitimately Phil Burnell. He is bitching and moaning and whining because we fucking provided videos with fucking so much evidence to fucking back those claims up. It's not as if people just fucking believe in a random person on the internet making a claim. There is substance to this, because there's massive substance to the things that we are claiming. There's massive amounts of evidence that we think we have on our side, and these bigger YouTubers are choosing to fucking believe the things that are being said by detractors because they're fucking able to fucking provide so much evidence for them to fucking come up with their own fucking opinions and takes on it. And Phil Bonnell wants to go on some bigger YouTuber's platform and try and say it's all bullshit, and do zero effort to try and verify why it's all bullshit. So even he's not going to try and prove a single thing wrong. He's just basically going to fucking stand there, or sit there even, sorry, on a bigger YouTuber channel and say, please believe me,
Felt that for too long it had been one-sided. Everyone just saying the same dogpile shit about me with no value. You know, have I responded to that stuff in my own content? I have. How many people watch DSP Gaming? On stream, a few hundred a day. On demand, a few thousand a day. So that versus, you know, giant YouTubers always saying the same negative memes about me because they just believe everything they hear. If I had the opportunity to actually talk to someone and say, hey, here's my side of the story about everything that's going on, obviously at least it would be out there, right? You might not have to believe it, you know, a lot of people probably wouldn't, but at least my side of the story would be in the public eye. And that's all I was asking for. And then literally, like 3 days after I had announced that I wanted to do an interview, Moist Critical goes in his content and says negative stuff about me. I was like, that's exactly the point I'm making. YouTubers of his caliber talking about me like this, misrepresenting me because they don't know any better, right? When that's all
fucking way to fucking he's really fucking insulting him, man. This is weird, man. This is so weird. He completely thinks that Moist Critical has just been hoodwinked by detractors. He's been deceived. We fucking small time detractors with, like, you know, 2k subs of most of our some or whatever shit or so however, we've all hoodwinked him. We've all managed to hoodwink the mighty Moist Critical at 14. Was it, how many subs has Moist Critical got? Is it 14 million or something? Jesus, I don't know. You get what I'm saying, though? This is incredible fucking copium from Phil, you know. Those evil detractors have all fucking convinced these big YouTubers I'm an absolute begging piece of shit. It's not fair.
All they hear when all they see is the negative memes and the viral memes that's toxic shit about me, what do you think they're going to believe, right? So, it is what it is. Am I upset? No. Did I expect that Moist Critical was going to want to interview me? No. That's quite the opposite, right? Quite the opposite. I didn't think at all that he would be interested. I think that for me, or for him, I'm just one of these interesting memes on the internet to reference every once in a while for a laugh. And I think that's probably all I ever will be. If I do a public interview, you know, with someone, which I am still in the talks of, you know, right now it's actually more on me than anyone else. Like I said, I actually have 3 different people who are interested in doing 3 completely different kinds of things with me. And I basically told all of them it just has to wait because I'm so busy with new releases and everything right now. I don't even have time to consider doing it. You know, I don't have any free time at all. Just like I said, this Monday night, I'm filming private react videos for patrons that I've owed them since the beginning of this month. You know, I'm just getting to this stuff. So hopefully when things calm down, right? With all these new releases and everything, I can actually sit down and make a decision about who I want to do it with. I'm still in active talks with 3 different people who are all interested. So, you know, I'll let you guys know when I have further information about that. But I had 0 inklings that Moist Critical was going to want to do any kind of interview with me. That was just a timely example of exactly what I was saying when I made the effort to say I want to be interviewed. That all they hear is the meme. And literally all he says about me are the memes. Oh, Phil's an e-bagger. That's all he cares about, blah, blah, blah. That's the meme. It's the fucking meme. Come to my stream and tell me, you know, especially the last week and a half, I made a concerted effort to cut it out. All right? I got a wake-up call from my viewers, from other people, YouTubers like Moist Critical, saying he's an e-bagger. And I'm like, you know what? All right, I'm going to cut it out. You know? I'm still going to mention, hey, we got a special reward tier today, and you want to hit this.
Detractors have been telling him for years, cut that shit out. His own fans have told him for years, cut that shit out. For years, Phil said, no, I need to talk about shit because I need to make a living.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for Proper for Super Chat. He says, okay, so at first he really wants to get his story out. Now he's too busy to do the interview. Sure, Phil, sure. Excellent fucking point. Phil can't make up his mind. Does he want his fucking story out there, or is he too fucking busy to have fucking time to do it? He's not that fucking desperate to get his fucking story out if he's going to fucking put it in the back burner and fucking prioritising literally every single thing else that seems to be coming on, you know, his way. Mid-December, I'm going to make a prediction. We're not going to see it. We're not going to see any inclination of an interview Phil gives until January at least. It's not going to happen at all throughout the rest of this month or in December. It's going to be basically January at some point before we hear anything else about actually this interview happening. I'm kind of curious which, you know, the kind of fish that Phil caught here. Look, what big whale of a type of content creator has fallen for Phil's ruse and actually seemed interested or whatever to try and get Phil on his channel just to fucking have Phil shill his own version of events. Very curious about that. But no, Phil though is pretending that he's fucking doing what his fans wanted and fucking stopping the fucking begging. His own fans and detractors, everyone's been telling him to fucking cut that shit out for so fucking long. And Phil every time says, I need to fucking do this because I need to get support because this is my job. I need to fucking tell people to support me, tip me on. He's always came up with this excuse that he has to fucking do it because it's his livelihood. And now, Moist Critical mocks him. Not even, you know, it wasn't a targeted attack, it was like somebody in fucking Moist chat compared Boogie to Phil. And Moist had an opinion about Phil being an e-beggar. And it's what he's known for. And that broke Phil so much that he's not said the word bills. He said it like twice so far in November. You don't believe me? Let's check this shit out. Bills. I won't even search podcast. Twice in November, well, 3 times, but one of those times was a podcast only. Oh, 2 of those times. So 2 separate podcasts in November. Phil was said bills. The 1st of November, he said it several times, and that was ironically a video he was actually responding to Moist Critical, originally. And the next time he said bills was the 7th of November. He's only said bills twice in 17 days of November. Well, he said it multiple times on the 1st of November, but you get what I'm saying though. 2 separate days out of 17, Bill has referenced bills on his podcasts. That's bizarre to me. Usually it's a lot. I mean, if you scroll fucking down, it's practically every single fucking day. October 24th, or 22nd, or 21st, or 20th. If we just search podcast here, I mean, fucking reading fucking weeks, see for yourself here. So now it's all November 1st, blah 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 blah, but then you go like, so it's the 29th, the 25th, the 25th, the 25th, fucking tons of 24th, 22nd, 21st, the 19th, the fucking 15th, the 11th, the 9th, the 8th, the 8th, so many different times. So many half of October, he mentions bills. Easily. It's just fucking crazy, man. Look at the mess. 394 results for bills anytime it happened on the podcast. But twice so far in November, which is, yeah. Moist broke him. It wasn't his audience who convinced him to fucking stop talking about shit. Moist Critical did. Because he fucking referenced Phil as an e-beggar. Just like how Keemstar called Phil being stuck on like level 1. You're still on mission 1. So Phil renamed his old fucking show the Level 1 Podcast.
You see a hat or whatever. That's different. But I'm not going to sit here and just constantly be talking about stuff like that, you know, any longer. I changed. And I'm going to try to stick to my guns about that, all right? What are you going to do? That's life. You know, people give me a wake-up call. Okay, I changed now for the better. I'm glad people give me a wake-up call, right? So there you go. But outside of that, you know, how are you going to tell me now all these terrible criticisms about me, or I should not even say criticisms, but these terrible things that are said about me that aren't even true anymore?
No. They are definitely criticism. You're guilty of doing these fucking things. We pointed out your fucking guilt to it. We pointed out you fucking deceiving your own fucking fans with the fucking money I spend on the Rowdy Champions. We pointed out the backlinks are real and showed your irresponsible spending habits. We have pointed out your fucking flaws here. We pointed out your fucking mistakes here. We've fucking pointed all this out. Okay, I know I should get a move on and try and make this fucking video. I want to do a video where I show Phil just what Phil claims that he's not had a fucking platform to fucking give his side of the story. No, I'm going to include all Phil's responses to the backlinks properly in my fucking video. The fucking 3 or 4 separate times Phil has specifically addressed the backlinks in his own content. And if it's funny, because the story changes sometimes. Notice how now, never fucking, the 18th of September, so, according to Phil Burnell, on the 18th of September 2021, Phil, in his opinion, had over $9,000 sitting in his bank account, just waiting for somebody to steal it. Do you honestly believe that Phil Burnell had $9,000 just sitting in his bank account 3 days before payday from YouTube? Especially when 2 days before that he was fucking saying he was basically fucking, you know, broke because I had to pay a couple of bills. This is what I'm saying. Phil's stories make zero fucking sense, and he certainly should be called out for it. And I'll certainly include that shit. My video's still a work in progress, not shit, man. It takes a wee while to put it all together, not shit. I used to be so much fucking better at making fucking videos, at least fucking ones that require editing. I'm a lazy bastard these days, but I'm trying to make this one a good wee video because I want to fucking make sure that it's, you know, a very fucking, you know, watchable video and not just fucking full of me rambling and ranting and raving.
Right? What's next? Or hey, what's the next meme? That's the thing. There's not going to be a next meme. It's going to be the same shit over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I don't really care. To be honest, I don't care. I already have stuff in the works for what I was interested in. But I have no idea if he said any other comments about me. I literally saw a 60-second YouTube short. That's where it ended. I was like, well, oh well. Move on. No big deal. Rocketman262 did a super chat and says, can you do the one chip challenge? No, I'm not doing stupid challenges. I never have, I never will. That's really dumb. But thank you for the super chat. Rocketman. Cooper, re-up his membership for 6 months because I feel like a new man, porn should be illegal. Alrighty then. If you say so, Cooper. I don't know what the hell that has to do with me. Just being honest, I don't.
Why does it have to do with you? Why do you assume that has anything to actually do with you? Someone's given their fucking opinion on a subject, and you immediately fucking jump to the conclusion that it has to be about you. Why? In what fucking possible capacity have you somehow tied that to... You automatically assume your fans have nothing better to try and fucking do and insinuate every single fucking thing they talk about in their lives is to do with you? What the fuck, Phil?
I don't know why you're bringing this up on my stream. I mean, if that's your personal feelings, more power to you. You have the right to feel that.
So Phil's basically saying he loves the porn. He doesn't agree with him whatsoever, which is interesting. It's definitely... It's a very contentious subject. Do most men watch porn? Or most people in general, actually? Yes, people around the world, men and women, are guilty of watching porn. Can it do damage to people, especially younger people? Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Some young, especially if you're younger, whatever, you know what I mean? The hormones are going, you're fucking young and it's easy access. It can damage younger people. Definitely. Should it be banned? I don't know. It's one of those fucking weird things. How would you fucking ban it? You know, it's a fucking thing. Anyone can get anything in the fucking internet these days, you know? So it's just fucking one of those things where... I think maybe instead of banning it, just fucking better education in it. Just so fucking people don't fucking... Just sort of better informed about the fucking problems with it. Well, you say problems, the problems are getting addicted to it or some pish. I'm just saying. Stevie Dead says a great book about porn consumption habits called A Billion Wicked Thoughts analyses porn search data and looks at how men and women consume porn. Oh, it's kind of like those fucking like graphic maps you see sometimes, you know, where it shows you like fucking different states in America and the most searched for fucking, you know, porn thing. Yeah, those are interesting for sure.
That way, personally, for me, alrighty then. Okay, so now, hold on my thumb pad is annoying me. I hope this is going to be an ongoing thing because this thumb pad has actually been giving me issues in the last week. It might just simply be that I need to clean it.
New laptop bag incoming.
And I think that's actually is what it is. It needs a cleaning. Because otherwise, I've never had an issue with my laptop since I got it last year. Okay, so,
he's never cleaned his laptop once since he's fucking got it last year. Gift it to him. So Gravekeeper saying doesn't use a mouse. He uses a mouse for some things, I think. He does have a wireless mouse, but that's not for his laptop, I think. He has a mouse, but I don't think it's for a laptop, because a laptop's basically just to fucking observe his, It definitely has a mouse, because he mentioned it the other day. Yeah, the mouse is for a desktop, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for the laptop, it has fucking there, right there, to scan his chat, however. Yeah, it just uses the touchpad and laptop.
We've got two... Hold on. The first tip is...
He's checking his tips, that's phone stuff. I'm calling it now, that's phone stuff, fuck it. And that's a double bingo.
A troll, who I'm just going to ignore. Idiot. The second tip. Is someone tipping me $1 saying they think that someone may be illegally uploading my podcast to Spotify. It could be true. I don't know. I've never even been on Spotify.
Why would it be illegal? What audio infringement has been broken there? I don't think that'd be illegal, Phil. You said yourself, Phil, your content is free to consume. So, people are just sharing it on another fucking platform for them to consume. Your content is not behind a paywall, Phil. Your podcasts are not behind a paywall. Therefore, they're not being stolen. I've definitely heard someone is uploading audio-only versions of Phil's fucking podcasts to Spotify. But Phil has claimed it's free content, so who's fucking stealing this shit from Phil if it's free content? He said himself it's free content. So, yeah, good luck with that, Phil, but yeah, I'm going to like to stand on it, in my opinion.
Bye. I actually know nothing about the site or the business. Obviously, if they are, that is not my will. This is my content that I'm uploading.
Yeah, Phil doesn't have much of a fucking clue at Spotify. He's more of an iTunes man.
Uploading YouTube exclusively. Because some people have asked me, if this is your podcast and you want it to be treated like a podcast, why don't you upload it to iTunes? Why don't you upload it to Spotify? Why don't you have it on those services that we could just subscribe and then every day we could listen to it as an audio feed? Because that's not the point. I have a YouTube channel. This is my business. I don't have a business on Spotify. I don't have a business on iTunes. I have no aspirations to set those business relationships up on those sites. You see, I don't care. I just want people to watch my YouTube channel. So why would I then put my content in other places to get it if it doesn't benefit my business? Right? Just being honest here. That wouldn't make much sense, would it? So that's why if you want to watch the Level 1 podcast, you want to listen to it, you watch it here on demand on YouTube. By the way, I will recommend this. If you're someone who likes to listen to content on YouTube, okay? I strongly recommend you become a YouTube Premium subscriber. This is not me getting paid to do an ad placement, but one of the hugest assets of being a YouTube Premium subscriber is that you can set up in the YouTube app, you can set up a playlist of whatever you want. You could play just the Level 1 podcasts. You could do music. You could do a series of videos that you just want to listen to at your own leisure. And you could set it up as an ongoing playlist, press play, and then what happens is it plays automatically and you can minimize the YouTube app and do whatever else you want. And it just keeps playing. If you don't do that, and you don't have YouTube Premium, you can't even do that. If you play one video and you minimize it, it basically fucks up and will stop playing. All right? So yes, I think it's kind of silly that you have to be a YouTube Premium subscriber to get that feature, but it's one of the biggest features of it that I like. Like there'll be some nights I just want to, when I'm going to sleep, listen to a little bit of like nice, calming, game music or something, and I'll play a playlist of classic retro NES music or something like that. Right? Or, I'll listen to a video or two, just hit the playlist and have it play, rather than having to worry about, I have to manually click on every video afterward because it conks out after every song that plays or whatever. Of course, there's so many other benefits to YouTube Premium. No advertisements on anything on YouTube is giant, especially for someone like me, who I do react events now to stuff straight off of YouTube. Can you imagine if there was ads playing on every fucking thing, right? So it's definitely a good thing. Also, if you're,
I would like to confirm to everyone that me having my bingo on Spotify probably wouldn't work too well because you usually have to fucking see the bingo card. I'm just saying, audio only bingo. Not the greatest fucking thing. It's not the greatest fucking game for blind people, in my opinion. Obviously, there's ways around that, but not for me. I'm too much a dumb bastard to try and fucking get around that. So, sorry, super blind man. You won't be able to enjoy bingo.
There's someone who wants to support the content you watch on YouTube without actively having to do any actions whatsoever. If you watch any content on YouTube under YouTube Premium, you're actually paying that content creator. As if you fully watched any advertisements or anything that was on that video, they get credit for it. So it's tremendous. If you watch someone a lot and you're like, man, I really want to support this person, but geez, I don't want to watch a ton of ads. Just become a YouTube Premium subscriber, and just like this, you immediately support them. Pretty cool. So there you go. Okay. There you go. All right, so guys, that's all the shout outs I got. We have ample time for some Q&A. If anyone wants to ask me a question, please tag me in the stream chat, and I'll answer your questions here before we jump into God of War Ragnarok. They should hire me as a salesman. I mean, Lord knows they need someone to sell their products better, because YouTube does a piss poor job at it. Really, it's hilarious how they try to push stuff down your throat. No, I did not hear about a new Dark Pictures game called Directive 8020. No. Is that the one that's being teased when you beat Devil in Me? Because we didn't know about that until today then. The game's not out yet, so how would we even know? How do I tell the hairstylist to style my hair? Short on the sides. That's pretty much it. I need it as short in the back on the sides as you can basically make it, and then kind of like, you know, blend it in. As you go higher up, have it be a little bit longer on top. That's all I tell them.
Hold on a fucking second. Are you telling me short on the sides fucking cost? Hold on. That shit costs 60 odd bucks. Going by the history of Phil's haircuts, both at Hair Masters and Gloss and fucking Curls and Twirls, whatever, that shit for Phil Bonnell usually costs like high 50s, like 60 odd bucks. At least in the past anyway. Because Phil usually gets the same fucking haircut. He never changes the fucking thing. He never changes it whatsoever. And you're fucking trying to tell me that basic ass sounding haircut costs 60 odd fucking... Get the fuck out of here, Phil. You're getting more than that. Admit it. Just for men. Fucking pig tradition. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that's all he's fucking getting. This guy gets a fucking hair colour fucking job done to him and all by a fucking barber. Let's rewind this shit and see how he fucking fidgets around. Hang on. Watch his wee mannerisms. Watch it for the fucking lies. Look, I guess technically he's not lying because he wasn't asked whether he got fucking his hair colored. He got asked about the haircut, and so he only described the fucking haircut. Wardrobe Leader says his haircut only cost 12 bucks. I said bucks, you know, £12. I got mine cut recently. Mine cost £22, but that was not just a haircut. That was also a hot till Turkish shave. It was a very... I got a Turkish barber. I get a full works, you know what I mean? It's fucking good stuff, you know what I mean? They give you a fucking good shave. It feels fucking good. You know, just Coast Rider shave, the hot till, whatever that fucking shit. Oh, it's just fucking... Those Turkish man, they're fucking... They know what they're doing with a fucking razor. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That cost like 20 odd quid. It used to be 20 quid and it's like 22 now. I gave the guy like a tip, so 25. But yeah. But Phil... What the fuck, man? Go on, Phil. Tell us the story again.
How do I tell the hairstylist to style my hair? Short on the sides. That's pretty much it. I need it as short in the back on the sides as you can basically make it, and then kind of like, you know, blend it in. As you go higher up, have it be a little bit longer on top. That's all I tell them. Nothing, not rocket science. Good to see you, Jade. I'm glad you're ready for God of War. I am too. Yes, Kevin Jones, that's how you tag me. Indeed, that's exactly how you tag me. Which previous Pokemon games have been my favorite? Man. That's hard to say, because...
So we've got K... I don't know how you fucking pronounce his name, because to me, I see that as K-Ak. A-C-H, Ak, as in Okai Renu. However. KH, maybe, I don't know, is saying a man's colour averages 25 to 40 bucks at salon. Barber cuts 15 to 25 bucks. Also, it's not possible to be pure black, even if it's virgin hair. Now, KH or KH, they said they were a barber, so I definitely know more about hair than me, you know. I'm just telling that. Obviously, someone else checked the prices earlier on for like curls and twirls and saw the prices for like dyes and colour and whatever does go between that kind of price as well. So it's very conceivable that Phil has been getting his hair dyed by the barber, the hairdresser, for several years now, at least since 2020, where all the fucking bank lease data shows this information from his records of getting his haircuts every fucking few months. Look, regardless of whether Phil actually does dye his hair or not, he probably does. The only thing I care about is whenever Phil gets a haircut, I get to play this.
Go back to Supercuts and get your $5 back, jabroni!
Oh no!
That's all I care about.
I only play these games once ever, and then I'm so busy with other games, I never even give them a second thought, you know what I mean? Like, I know I've played many Pokemon games over the years. I would say the chillest Pokemon playthrough we ever had was Sword and Shield. Because Sword and Shield, not only did we have a standard Pokemon experience, but then they had the open world. And remember, we completed the entirety of the Pokedex, which is the first time that I'd ever done anything like that. So I would say that was my favorite, only because we enjoyed it so much as a chill stream, right? That we had an extended playthrough in order to do all that fun extra supplementary content. So there you go. Can you still contribute to name Pokemon for the new game? Perhaps, Daki. You know, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even give it a thought yet. If you remember in previous Pokemon playthroughs, what we would do is like the top contributor of each stream, we would get to name a Pokemon in the game.
Daki, I see what you did there, you sneaky bastard. Oh, that Daki done so well the last time the Pokemon game that came out. That That was an absolute shit show. Remember the fucking thing where it's like the top contributor of the night would get to like name the Pokemon or some pish? Or the last one. What was it? He did it before and he fucked up because it really fucked up the kind of support he was getting. So he tried to change it to like the top one of the night, however. And yeah, that's one of those things. Daki really, you know, helps Phil sabotage himself that fucking first time. Yeah, Daki's a cheeky wee bastard.
Or then I believe with with Arceus, weren't we doing like, it had to be like a $20 contribution and then you can name a Pokemon or something like that? I can't exactly remember how he did it. I'm open to suggestion. If you guys have an idea of how this could work.
Remember guys, Phil's content is free apparently. He fucking promoted his content as free. Free. But yeah, you need to give him fucking money if you want him to do fucking something special for you in his content.
For the upcoming Pokemon playthrough and you like it, that idea, you know, we can implement it. I don't really remember it though. Can't remember exactly how he did it. So. Okay. Deorger, we already talked all about my day off. Watch the beginning of the podcast for that later when it becomes on demand. I think you just rewind it live, actually. Kevin Jones says, thanks for always hanging in there over the years. Been a fan since Mass Effect, the original gameplay through. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you along for the crazy ride, right? Thank you. Riddler Kid, yeah, I don't know. I heard all about missiles hitting Poland, and I don't know anything about it. I don't understand it. I'm not going to get into politics.
I mean, missiles in a country isn't exactly political. It's like, I guess technically you can argue it's political, but that's not just a fucking political thing. That's something you just immediately, you don't fucking say, I don't get involved in politics. Your immediate fucking thought is, I do hope people are okay and all that shit, you know, and please stay safe. Not, I don't get involved in politics, so I'm not going to fucking talk about that. Full disclosure, it happened, so this missile strike happened during our bingo stream on Tuesday. And it's one of those things where they're still trying to fucking determine the situation. Apparently, it was, you know, this was an accident from the Ukrainian side, from some sort of air defense thing or some pish, I don't know. But that's not been fully established either. The Russians are apparently doing their best to fucking claim innocence, and the Ukrainians are trying to claim that it was definitely Russia. Nobody wants to obviously fucking take responsibility for this shit happening because obviously it ended up with Poland having a couple of deaths with a missile landed in their fucking side, you know, so it's... yeah. But it does seem to be, the general consensus does seem to be, from the last I saw anyway, this was a terrible accident from like the Ukrainian side of things when they were trying to just, you know, stop all the Russian missiles coming into them, because it's a shame. It really is a fucking shame. I mean, obviously it wouldn't have happened in the fucking first place. You could argue if Russia went trying to fucking, you know, missile the shit out of Ukraine in the first place, so it's one of those things where Ukraine have ended up hurting Poland because they're trying to protect themselves from Russia. But at the same time, inevitably in a war, it's usually the innocent to suffer. It's a terrible fucking job, but, you know. It's just, it's a fucked up situation. Although people are really trying to push the whole fucking thing where the Ukrainians are evil because they're trying to fucking stop Russia from taking the country. I don't know, it's a bizarre fucking situation.
Hero says the new Pokemon game is getting good reviews for its story of all things. I'm excited to play it myself. Yeah, isn't it the opposite this time? Isn't it like everyone's criticizing the gameplay and saying it pretty much just feels exactly like every other Pokemon game with no innovations, but the story's good? I don't know, maybe I'm mishearing. I love the music in Sonic Frontiers. I think it should have been nominated for Best Music of the Year at the Game Awards, and it got not shunned, what's the word? Shafted. It didn't get nominated. Do spiders scare me? No, not little ones. Giant spiders, perhaps, but not little ones. Let's see here. Steak Sandwich has to be $2. Says, I still have You'll Never Be More Than a Supporting Character stuck in my head from last night's boss battle. Oh, you mean the Clayface battle where he says it 4 million times. Yes. That was interesting. It probably wouldn't have gotten stuck so badly if the boss battle wasn't such a lengthy grind, right? But it was, indeed. Thank you, Steak Sandwich, for the tip. I appreciate that. Okay. Do I like Reuben sandwiches? I do. Although it's weird because aren't there different kinds? Like, I think a traditional Reuben, isn't it supposed to be... Is it pastrami with melted Swiss, sauerkraut, and Thousand Island dressing? Is that a traditional Reuben? And it's supposed to be like on like a sourdough bread or something like that? Or a rye? But then I've seen Reubens that are like corned beef. I've seen Reubens that have mustard.
It's a shame Phil can't enjoy any of these because of the gout.
Instead of Thousand Island. I guess there's different variations. But I do like a Reuben sandwich, yes. Will I be beating Gotham Knights next time I play it? I can't see why not. We're at the very end, so. Ross, I do not care about any cryptocurrency nonsense. It doesn't affect me. I know nothing about it. No, I've never had a motorcycle. How's the TV holding up? Great. Had it, what, a couple weeks now? Look, every game's looking great on it. Response time is good for Call of Duty. You know, no complaints so far. Everything seems pretty great. Well, no, my limitation is I have to play it 1080p, 60 hertz / 60 frames per second. I can't use 4K. I can't use HDR. I can't use VRR. I can't use any of those features because my capture setup is 8 years outdated. If and when I'm able to upgrade my capture setup to something more modern, then absolutely I can implement all these new features. I can't do that right now. So
I have a feeling that's extremely incorrect, Phil. Going by Prophet's reaction in a chat by spamming nope, 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 nope all the time, I'm going to trust Prophet's opinion on this tech sort of issue rather than Phil's rather ignorant one. No, short caller, Phil's wrong as per usual. Prophet has gone over multiple times why Phil's a dumb bastard with things, especially when it comes to technology. Prophet knows what he's fucking talking about, so yeah, it's Phil is as usual incorrect. he's got to get a video done, so yeah, Prophet's got a video work in progress, I guess, to try and demonstrate why Phil's a dumb bastard.
the PS5 did not go down in price. No, don't know why you're hearing that. I do not have any tattoos. Bassmaster's on sale for $14. I don't really have an interest in buying it. If they have a new one, I'll probably get it, but I don't want to get that old one. We played it a long time. It was good, but we have, we have other stuff to do.
You played it a long time? No, you didn't. What makes you think you played it a long fucking time, Phil? Am I just crazy, or was it only like a couple of months? It was like 3 months or something at most, maybe. Where's Bassmaster? Oh, he's like fucking. Hang on. Hold on. Bassmaster here. When did it start? July. So August. It was a couple of months. We played it a long fucking time. You played it almost 3 months, so it wasn't even a full 3 months. You did 13 different streams. You played it for 13 weeks, essentially. 13 different streams. A long fucking time. Get the fuck out of here. 13, different separate fucking streams is all I fucking played that shit for. And that feels a long fucking time. Get the fuck out of here.
Have I noticed any dip in support because I stopped e-begging? Honestly, no. Honestly, no.
I just love that Phil's fully embraced the fact that he was an e-bigger. He hated that fucking term so much because we called him an e-bigger and he fucking couldn't stand it and fucking rant and rave. And I'm doing my job here. I'm a fucking fan-funded, crowd-funded individual and all that shit. And now, also because Moise Crickle called him a beggar, he's like, yeah, I'm a beggar. Yeah, Moise Crickle called me a beggar, so yeah, I'm a beggar. And even the fucking one chat can call me an e-bigger now, and he's like, yeah, you're an e-bigger. I was like, yes, I am an e-bigger, yes. It's fucking brilliant. I just love that Phil has fully accepted and embraced the fact that he is known as one. It is what he is. He even knows it himself. He is one.
Because I stopped e-begging. Honestly, no. Honestly, no. Not at all. Everything's been good. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe people were correct.
Oh, no fucking shit, Sherlock. If the content's fucking worth watching, people are going to fucking support it. You don't have to fucking harass the crap out of people to fucking give you fucking money every single fucking hour.
Maybe people got so fed up with me constantly asking for support.
Oh my fucking, maybe. Are you fucking kidding me on? Maybe. It's basically your fucking reputation on the internet as a whole. Other than fucking being the guy that jerked off on stream as the guy who fucking begs every single fucking day. Maybe. You think?
That they weren't supporting. It could be, So, I don't know. I'm just not going to do it anymore. Like I said, if we're close to hitting a goal, yes, I'll mention that, right? But I'm not going to be sitting here actively saying, oh, I need this, I need that, here's what this is going on, that's going on. No.
Please mention bills just for the sake of bingo. I'll give you a free pass, Phil. Please just mention bills.
I'll even give you an example, all right? Let's say, for example, and by the way, this is not the case, don't worry. But let's say, for example, something happened I wouldn't have been able to afford.
Like a bill?
The Devil in Me this week.
Oh, fuck off.
It would have been this simple. Here's what I would have said this morning, okay? Hey guys, so here's some news. Some stuff came up. I can't afford The Devil in Me unless maybe we have a really good day today of support. So if that happens by the end of the day, I'll let you know. If not, we're just going to shift the schedule around a little bit. We're going to do this game and this game on this day, and then we'll do The Devil in Me later, or we won't do it and we'll do something else. And that's it. Nothing. There's not going to be any woe is me, end of the world shit. There's not gonna be me, you know, oh my god, please support my...
That's still begging, Phil. That's still begging. You could have just fucking said, look, you don't even need to let people know why you're shifting the schedule. You can just say, I'm shifting the schedule. The schedule was this, and now it's this. Leave the reason out of it. If people ask why, just say, you know, it is what it is. You don't fucking have to go into the specifics. It is not anyone's fucking business. People can guess the reason, of course, and assume the reason, but if you don't bring it up, we can't accuse you of begging.
I'm not gonna do that shit. I'm just gonna, every day I'm just gonna take it in stride and take everything like normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna freak out about shit anymore. You know, there's no point.
Say bills, your dick.
In truth, acting like about it, like talking about it, ended up giving me more stress than anything else anyway. You know what I mean?
He's not gonna say it.
Flaccid Bono, you're a complete idiot. He says, oh, you just did it. You're being subtle about it. First of all, that was a hypothetical. I just said it wasn't even true. So I did a hypothetical situation, and you said, see, you did it anyway.
The hypothetical situation was still a beg. Okay, he tried to pass it off as him, that was not him begging. For fuck's sake, man.
I didn't even do it. It's not, it was...
Lord E-Dog, if he says shit, that is not scat talk. Scat talk is basically Phil fucking making literal fucking scat references like he is very prone to do. So he really does enjoy doing these fucking random, very graphic scat references. Him just saying shit doesn't count.
Hypothetical, you fucking idiot. Number one. Number two, stating a fact.
Number two is also not a scat reference before you fucking ask.
Is not... Again, what is it? Okay, we really have to fucking start addressing the elephant in the room now. Stating facts. Alright? It cannot be offensive. It cannot be toxic. It cannot be insulting. When you state a fucking fact.
Well, you can state a fact without fucking trying to point out the fact that the reason is money. You could have fucking easily just said, in your hypothetical situation, we're changing the schedule. We're going to play this game instead of that game. The game we're going to play, we'll play later on. You don't have to fucking reference money whatsoever fucking ever in your fucking hypothetical situation. You chose to include money in your hypothetical situation as a reference point, as an example, but still you fucking included money. You inserted money into that fucking reference. So therefore, you were wrong. Obviously, people, anyone with fucking half a brain cell, if they hear you fucking go, by the way, I was going to play this fucking game, I'm changing the schedule, I'm playing this game instead, and I'll get back to this game on X day or whatever. People can assume, okay, short on money, whatever, it is what it is, and they might just naturally think, okay, maybe I'm going to support Phil after all, whatever, here's some money. Then they might think that themselves off their own volition. That's okay. Because Phil is not outright fucking asking for money, he's outright saying, guys, unless you fucking step up the contributions, I'm changing my fucking schedule. Not shit. that to me comes as a flat out fucking beg. Of course it fucking is. You're basically saying to your fucking audience, unless they fucking cough up the fucking money, you're not going to fucking give them what they wanted. Or not what they wanted necessarily, but what you said you're going to give them. That's fucking... for fuck's sake. Fucking idiot.
Alright, to someone on planet Earth. That is
Let me fucking rewind this fucking rant, so because it's just take a full context of the fucking rant.
Again, what is it? Okay, we really have to fucking start addressing the elephant in the room now. Stating facts. Alright? It cannot be offensive. It cannot be toxic. It cannot be insulting. When you state a fucking fact, alright, to someone on planet Earth, that is an objective truth. Okay? Objective truth. That cannot be seen or construed as something toxic or negative. You know what I'm saying? So when I say, okay, here's the situation. Because of something that happened this week, I can't afford the game. It's perfectly fine. If we have an extenuating circumstance today and things go well, I can afford it. And if not, no big deal. We're going to do this instead, and we'll get to it eventually. That's just, it's factually being transparent with my audience.
It's also coming across as begging to your audience, so I'm just, that is literally the interpretation we get from it. You're telling your audience that unless they fucking give you more money, you're not going to fucking follow up on what you wanted to give them. That's literally how it comes across. It's actually, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? How the fuck can he not see this? How? Please tell me fucking how. I'm losing my fucking mind. Oh, Steve Ed Edge, I need a fucking bigger couch for me, man. I'm a big guy. Oh, fuck, I'm going to my fucking mind with this guy.
Rather than saying the day of, oh, by the way, I know I promised you I'd play the game all week, but we're not doing that today. Too bad. What would be more disappointing? Lying to the audience all week about what I was going to play, or actually being transparent?
Why didn't you fucking... How's this for a great situation, Bill? How about this? If you're not sure you can even get the game in the first place, you haven't got the fucking finances for that fucking game set aside for that fucking game, don't fucking have it in your schedule. That way you won't have to fucking lie to your audience. If you know there's a fucking risk of not being able to fucking deliver to your audience, don't include it in your fucking schedule. Problem averted. If you haven't got the funds set aside for that particular fucking game, then you won't fucking run into that fucking problem. If there's going to be question marks where you're going to have enough fucking money to play that fucking game, don't include it on your fucking schedule at that fucking point. There you go. No lies can happen. No disappointment can happen.
About it, you know? The difference is, if I said, now guys, please rally today and overwhelm me with positivity and support so that we can afford everything, that's different. That's completely different. There's objectively stating something versus actively asking for something.
They're both the same. No, you're still... To me, for Phil Burnell, anyway, in fucking Phil's land, it's basically the fucking same thing. One comes across as a fucking sneaky guilt trip to his fucking audience, and obviously the other one is just basically fucking flat out asking for fucking demanding money. But it's still the same fucking thing. It leads to the same fucking thing. At the end of the day, you're trying to fucking get money and squeeze money from your audience to fucking get a game. It's begging. It's begging.
If you don't understand the difference between those two things, I can't help you. You're an idiot.
Well, you fucking don't understand what UTC is. You didn't know how to fucking say chasm. You don't know what a rainy day fund is. Who's the fucking idiot? You think turkey's safe to eat for having gout? Dumb bastard. Who's a fucking idiot?
I can't make you not be stupid. I'm sorry. That's not my job. I'm not your parent. I'm not your teacher. You need someone to explain that to you, I guess. Okay? But the hilarious part about this was that it was a hypothetical, and the guy said, I just e-bagged. I'm like, it was a hypothetical. It's not even real. Jeez, you're really slow. Whew. Carliga, I might eventually try Pentiment or Vampire Survivors on Game Pass, but I'm certainly not doing it anytime soon. Why would I do it anytime soon? Right? I'm in the midst of playing a ridiculous amount of games that I'm juggling, and, these games... This Pentiment never heard of until it came out, what, this week? Vampire Survivors apparently has been out all year, never heard of it. And all of a sudden people are like, oh yeah, you should play it. Like, what are you even talking about? No one even mentioned these games to me until this week. So it's not a no. It's a, maybe in the future when we wrap up all these other playthroughs and you guys are looking for things for me to play and juggle around. Yeah, I consider it then. But I'm certainly not going to interject into the already backlog schedule that I have and create more backlog, right? And then further delay new playthroughs and things that I want to do because I'm just shoving in Game Pass games. I'm definitely not doing that. I've noticed in some of your older videos you were heavier than you are now. What was your change that led you to lose weight and remain that way? A lot of changes in my life. When I first started on YouTube, I was very depressed. I was a very depressed person. I hated my life. I hated who I was. So I was...
That was my depression.
Drinking and eat myself to death. Every day I would wake up, just to give you an idea. Wake up. Oh, I gotta go to work. So what do I do? Either throw one of those terrible microwave breakfast sandwiches, oozing fat and shit, throw that into the microwave, wolf it down. Or on the way to work, I would stop and get like a bacon, egg, and cheese or one of those kind of sandwiches on the way to work. Then at lunch, I would eat a giant lunch meat sandwich with like sides and things. Or go out and get fast food. And then for dinner again, it was like something unhealthy. It was like basically everything I ate was crazy unhealthy at that time. And I wasn't working out and I wasn't doing anything else like that. And I drank way too much back then too. I was constantly drinking myself, basically... I mean, obviously it's embarrassing, but I admit it now that back then I was just fucked in the head. And so, I was in a situation where I didn't really care about myself because I kind of hated my life and everything.
Okay, Phil, this is not depression. This is just you being sad boy. You didn't have actual fucking depression. You didn't seek out fucking medical attention for this. You now got treatment for this. You now got medication for this. You're just a sad boy on the internet. Everyone gets sad some fucking times in their fucking life of shit. You pulled yourself out of that little funk, congratulations, but it was not depression. Also, your fucking quote of being fucked in the head, quite disrespectful to people who are actually fucking suffering from depression, in my opinion. You piece of shit.
Thing about it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was pretty depressing. back then. You know, the life that I was living. And then what ended up happening is over the years, you know, I started to like my life and myself. You know, I was like, oh, there's something to look forward to today. You know, I'm making content for YouTube. People are liking the content. They're saying I actually have value on this planet. I think I should actually spruce my life up a bit here and stop being an idiot. So I would stop eating unhealthy. Eventually, and it took a long time, I phased the insane, excessive amounts of drinking out of my life. You know, and by the way, I'm not skinny. Fuck no, I'm not skinny. I'm just not grossly obese anymore. I would say I'm slightly obese. I am, like I said. But when I was growing up, the doctor told me my ideal body weight should be 185 to 190 pounds for my height and body type. And I think right now I'm probably around between 205, 210. So yeah, I'm about, you know, 20 pounds overweight, 25 pounds overweight. I definitely could burn it by doing lots of exercise. If I got into weightlifting or something else again, you know, I'm doing my runs. I'm running 2 to 3 times a week.
You're waddling. Fuck, Phil, you run out of breath and you fucking go to your closet, to your fucking chair again, or the bathroom to your fucking. You sound out of breath as fuck. I can go as far as believing you fucking try to waddle around your fucking neighbourhood, but I'm not going. You're not going to fucking convince me, Phil Burnell. You fucking go out running. No. Unless we see fucking actual evidence of you fucking running, I'm gonna believe that's a flat out fucking lie. I cannot believe this fucking guy gets fucking winded just getting up to get a fucking stupid fucking hat or some pish from his goddamn closet is fucking running. No. Not buying it. Whoops, I scrolled down away by mistake. There you go.
So at least I have my wind back. You know what I mean when it comes to...
I have my wind back. I lost my wind, but thankfully I've got it back now thanks to fucking my semi-daily fucking run.
I don't get exhausted anymore doing stuff, which is great because at one point I was getting exhausted doing basic stuff. I don't anymore. But outside of that, there's a lot more that can be done, you know? But I'm doing as well as I can with what I can do with my time. My problem is not the desire to do better, it's time. Like, I actually like working out. A lot of people say, I hate working out. It's tiring, it makes me sore. I enjoy the feel of working out and getting that burn because I used to do it. I used to lift weights and do all that stuff. I like it. My problem is time. I just don't have time to do it. I'm here working 6 days a week full time, and the one day off a week I have, I'm rushing around trying to do errands with my family. You know, if I had a whole day off a week, I'd be doing, you know, can I work in excessive workouts and stuff? I would love it. Can't. It's my life right now, right?
It's a real shame that fucking, you know, Phil's significant other, the most important person in his life right now, Kat Burnell, who is off half the fucking week, cannot take any responsibility whatsoever in her little life. And she can drive, by the way. She drives to work usually herself. Phil was fucking doing a fucking rare thing and driving her to work on the Black Friday deal. But why in the fuck can Kat not fucking do some of these fucking necessary errands like grocery shopping or some pish during one of her fucking days off? Phil can transfer her fucking money if that's the fucking case. Here, honey, here's some money towards the fucking groceries. Just fucking, you know, do what you fucking can, get the usual stuff. You know the stuff we usually get by now and all that shit. It is such a fucking bizarre fucking relationship where she takes zero fucking responsibility for acquiring these fucking necessary evils that Phil can only get in his day off. There's errands for Phil to... There's groceries for Phil to get. He has to be the one that gets them. She can't ever get them ever. What about some pet supplies? Phil has to be the one that gets them. She can't get them ever. What about some, you know, things that Kat orders online or whatever shit to collect? She can't fucking collect it. Phil will get it on his day off as well. Every single fucking thing. Phil makes it sound like she's a lazy piece of shit. The impression of fucking Kat, according to Phil, is that she's a fucking bizarre, fucking strange wrecking machine of a lazy bastard. She broke the vacuum cleaner, she broke the bathroom, she fucking broke fucking the exercise bike, she breaks everything. Everything she touches breaks or fucking goes to shit, however. The car, she broke the fucking car. The impression we get of Kat is being a fucking completely useless person. This is not... I'm not calling Kat useless, I'm just saying the impression we get from him, Phil Burnell, is she is fucking useless. And she's there half the fucking week. She's not working every day. Half of that fucking week, she's just there in the house chilling, playing Skyrim when she could be fucking doing something useful for the household. She could be going and getting the groceries. She could be going and getting pet supplies. She could be going to get things sorted that need sorted. Because Phil's busy streaming. There's things that just don't add up. There's things that don't make sense to me. Why? It's just why? Is she not allowed out by herself? What the fuck is it? There's something here. There's something not adding up.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll see you later. No, Rotom Electric, no, I have no plans on putting movies or politics into the podcast for now. Right now, I just don't have time to watch movies, and politics I don't want to bother with. Politics, sadly, are so divisive, right? People get so angry with each other when you talk about politics that I don't want that to be a topic today. I think maybe long-term it might be something, but as of now, I don't have plans for that. Why do people compare me to big dudes like Wings and Boogie? Because they're idiots. Like, you can compare us and say, these are guys who've been, you know, over the years, made mistakes on the internet, they've been harassed for it and memed into oblivion. That we have in common. I have absolutely nothing physically in common with those men. Zero. Not even close. It's hilarious because whenever they draw me in a meme, they draw me like some fat blobulous person. It's like, you have never watched my content. You're just a fucking idiot. You have no clue what you're even drawing or trying to say.
Well, if it doesn't look like you, then how can we always tell it's you? Just saying, we can always tell it's fucking you.
Okay. Derek gets snow already? Wow, that's crazy. We're not even close to having snow here, no. Okay. All right, guys, I don't want to go late on the podcast today, so we're just going to end it right now. Thank you all for chilling with me. We're going to jump back into God of War. See how far we can get today. Like I said, we're actually in the midst of a very major story segment where it was a cliffhanger for me that we stopped. Like, the way that we stopped it, I was like, damn, it sucks that we stopped it like that. So let's jump in and let's do it, shall we? Thanks, guys, for watching. Wait, what's this? It's disturbing. Okay, let's switch over here. And the good news is, I'm good to go. I don't have to use the restroom or anything today. We can jump right into gameplay. Remember, if you tip $8 or more today, you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. Let's ask the Magic 8 Ball. Will we get...
I mean, this is the semi-transparent... Oh, it's a big. This is a big right here. Let me go full screen so you guys can... We're listening out for Bills and him doing a scat talk kind of reference, by the way, just in case we forget what the Bingo card says. Because I have to go, here's a screen so you can see full screen and see Phil. There you go.
Or more today, you can ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. Let's ask the Magic 8 Ball. Will we get a lot of answers to the burning questions about the story of Ragnarok today? Ask again later. 8 Ball, stop being a tease and being a dick and drawing me along here. I need an answer. Will we get a lot of good story developments today? Most likely. There you go. What's funny is I still swear I get answers there that we've barely ever gotten. I don't think it's ever said most likely before. I don't remember that. Right? Okay. All right, here we go. Derek, I'm glad you're still finding good advertisements on YouTube. Thank you for keeping nominating them, because like I said, the more the better. Okay. My controller. All right. Ooh, stretch. Oh, ooh, good stretch. Needed a stretch. They don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed. What is this? By that toxic behavior. This looks new. What the heck? Do you guys see this? Is this new? Does anyone recognize this? Look at this. Next trophy level? I don't remember ever seeing that, right? Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing like a trophy tracker telling you how much further you had to go to hit a trophy level. Multiverse Season 2, yeah. I don't play it anymore, so there's no real reason to talk about it, right? From what I'm to understand, the only thing that came with Season 2 was new skins for the existing characters. They rebalanced it competitively. And they had I guess they added a ranked mode, but then they removed it. I don't know. I'm not really following it anymore. I really stopped paying attention to multiverses because I'm not playing it anymore, you know. All right, so guys, we're about to start. And what I'd like to say, since we're about to begin with gameplay, thanks for being here. Thanks for chilling with me. Remember, love to talk with you guys when we play. If you could tag me in the chat. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me when we're playing, I'll do my best to answer. All contributions are greatly appreciated today. Liking the stream helps a lot. We're at 76 likes. Hitting 100 will help for engagement. And then even further, basically every 100 likes, I'll do a silly bubble blow for you on stream. You know, All kinds of contributions are greatly appreciated. We have tiered rewards for tips at $50, $100, and $150 respectively, which would be the gunner glasses, a hat of your choice, and a vest of your choice. I don't even really need to talk about much else, right? Covered the ground, covered the basics. Yeah, Dacky, I have no idea when I'm playing Infamous 2. All right, how about this, everyone? Don't ask me when I'm playing a game. I have no answers for you. Right now, we're in the midst of a busy gaming season, all right?
And also, you've got bills to pay.
I'm juggling right now 4 video games. We're about to finish Gotham Knights, and then we're adding the Devil in Me, and then we're adding Pokemon. This is not the time to be asking when I'm playing a game. I have no clue. It's you're just kind of wasting your breath, you know?
And just bills to pay?
I'm busy with all the new stuff. I'm definitely not playing any random game at any time soon. It's just nothing on Game Pass, no chill stream games, not a random game you're pulling out of your butt. I'm not playing those now. This is the busiest gaming season of the year. This is not time for that stuff. Okay? Okay.
And there's bills to pay? Say bills, you dick.
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
He's going straight into gameplay, huh?
No, we're in full-on fall weather here now. Full-on fall weather. It's very cool, which is nice. We have full sun outside today, so it is warming up in this room, but I do have the fan on full blast, so hopefully it'll keep the room cooler. Derek's already got winter. We're not even close to that.
Jesus, man. Anytime Phil says, like, cool, I just automatically think of Metal Gear Solid 2. I didn't equip the coolant. Very old reference there, but yeah. Fucking Phil saying coolant in a fucked up kind of way. Just, every time I hear him say cool, I just hear coolant.
So for the record, all right, where we're about to pick up here, all right, just so everyone knows, is about roughly 14 hours into the game, give or take. It could be a little longer, a little shorter, because each part I recorded is about an hour. Some of them end up being a little longer or whatever. So, you know, directly dependent on that. That's about how far in we are. I very strongly doubt that many of you are behind me. So if you're here to chill and have a good time, welcome. I'm excited to advance the plot with you today. Apparently, we are about to head into a really huge part of the plot. And thanks for chilling. And I think we'll just get started. Sound good? All right. Everyone, welcome back to God of War Ragnarok.
Well, son of a bitch, Phil is now recording for YouTube for his gameplay, so that is going to bring an end to the bingo. We were 2 away from a full house, sadly. We didn't get enough snorts. We had like fucking almost 40 snorts the other day on Tuesday. But today, only about 14 or so. So I think it's good to keep it at 25. 25 snorts is probably a good fucking, you know, level to have it at for now. And 100, he didn't get 100 likes yet either, you know. He is at 100 likes now. But that's like an hour later after this fucking point in time. So yeah, sadly we didn't get a full house. We're close though, but I think I'm going to have to remove bills from the card for now until he does start saying it regularly again, because it is definitely damaging our chances. He is not saying as much anymore, and anytime it features on our card, it is not likely he's going to say that. So I think we can all agree on that bills has to go for now, sadly. Let's see how Phil's doing right now, as of like, you know, right now, because I'm fucking miles behind. I'm so far behind, Phil's on his break. And Phil's got over 50 bucks. 51 buckaroos. Aye. Fuck me, man. I'm that far behind Phil's on a goddamn break. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, there you go. So that's the end of bingo, guys. I will be back for some DSP Bingo tomorrow. So Friday. I'll be playing DSP Bingo. I hope you guys want to join me for that. If you do, hopefully we'll get a full house tomorrow and I can give one of you guys 25 quid. As long as it's not a tainted game of bingo. As the last time I had a bingo victory, it was a tainted victory because somebody tipped Phil the 2 words we needed to get a full house, which is fucking weird in my opinion. Don't give Phil money just to win bingo. And with the winning, so we end up just giving Jasper's Angels Piece of Pieces charity the 25 bucks winnings from that, you know. So it's one of those things. But hopefully we have a winner tomorrow. Start off the weekend with a bang. Hopefully we can get 25 out of 25 tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. But until then, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday, however you wish to spend it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow if you wish to join me for some more DSP Bingo. But until then, hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have a good one, guys. And yeah, catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. All right. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.